800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at tryethos.com. That's tryethos.com.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. In counties near or small, there's a law firm to help you through whatever is your fall. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to guide you through your most trying times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Fires the ball down the middle. Jason Swain!
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
And for a Tennessee touchdown!
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We're very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. A lot of moving parts in college football and college sports. We will discuss as Tennessee continues to get ready for Ohio State in the first round of the college football playoff on December 21st. The number one Tennessee Volunteers will play basketball tonight. 6:30 tip-off, Madison Square Garden. The number one Tennessee-ranked basketball team against the Miami Hurricanes. Number one in the country, Swain, on display. Big week, too. Miami tonight. Miami, not a very good team. Got to respect the opponent. And then at Illinois, that is a good team on Saturday.
It's been a tough week or two for Miami athletics. Go on the road after being in the college football playoff, lose to Syracuse. This is a program that spent millions of dollars. You brought home your own in Mario Cristobal. You plucked him from Oregon. You have made a serious effort to be a big-time player in the world of NIL. You brought in a tremendous amount of talent, a quarterback in Cam Ward that is a Heisman finalist. He's not going to win it, but at one point was leading. He's an NFL talent. You invested all this money, and you are on the outside looking in to the college football playoff. You had some players committed to your school. One of those players pulled a Lee Corso on signing day and flipped to Tennessee. And now your basketball team has to play the number one team in the country in the backyard of our starting point guard, who was the defensive player of the year in the SEC last year. Good luck. Good luck. Has not been a great stretch for Miami the last 2 weeks at all.
No, it is not. No, it is not. For Tennessee, it has been. So Tennessee will play tonight. We will talk to Ron Slay for a full hour from 1 until 2 o'clock today.
Ooh,
Slay Ride's back. We'll talk some hoops, men and women, because Ron's been paying attention to Kim Caldwell's team. We'll see what he thinks about this football game that will take place December 21st as well, Tennessee against Ohio State. We'll continue to monitor the portal as well, because portal season is underway officially in college football. Mm-hmm. We saw a few names announced last week that they would enter the transfer portal. The latest is wide receiver Chaz Nimrod, a guy who has played in Tennessee's offense, and looks like he will enter the transfer portal this month.
I understand. Here's a guy that had some opportunities to make some plays, did not make them, was buried on the depth chart. After his third year being into the program, and if you're not going to play in your third year, it's probably time to go somewhere else and get on the football field. I hate that. I remember when he was recruited, when he had to come here on a visit and run his 40 in person. He was extended the offer, committed to Tennessee. Year 3, not good enough or not productive enough to get on the football field. And so,
not a lot. He has played. He just hasn't played a lot.
Yeah, not productive.
Right.
You can play all day long and not be productive.
Mm-hmm.
So, hasn't been productive enough. And it's unfortunate for him. It's unfortunate for the staff who couldn't get him ready to play and contribute, and unfortunate for him that he couldn't contribute enough in his time here at Tennessee. So it stinks really for both sides because both sides lose in this situation. But at the same time, it's an opportunity for him to get a fresh start and take what he learned at Tennessee, take the competition that he went up against at Tennessee every single day, and maybe that can help him at his new home.
If Squirrel is either unable to go or has to come out and can't go back in the playoff game.
I don't know, Josh. He got to go. The good Lord gave you 2 shoulders. If one goes out, you got to use the other one.
Okay.
I mean, hey, that's where we are. That's where we are, Josh. He had a group of receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't play. They're leaving, as they should. You now have a shorter rotation, which means those guys have to produce and those guys have to stay healthy. That's where you are.
And I guess I should add in, as far as we know, because I've not heard that the guys from Tennessee entering the portal will actually play in the game. They have that option. But
why would you want anybody entering the portal to play in the game? I'm not saying you, but
well, Kenny Dillingham said that he told the players if they're entering the portal, feel free, but he encouraged them to stay and remain a part of the team through the playoff, and they don't play until the second round.
Well, that's Kenny Dillingham. I think he has to have that position. Kenny Dillingham also was begging for NIL money too.
Right.
Do you hear Josh Heupel doing that?
Not begging for money, no.
Is he even talking about NIL money? Does he even discuss it publicly?
No.
Because he doesn't have to. So he's in a different position than a Kenny Dillingham. He could say, you go in that portal, you've made your decision not to be a part of this football team, like some coaches have done.
Yeah, I'm not saying what he should do, but your question, why? I mean, the answer would be so you have all hands on deck.
Okay.
The reason would be to have more personnel available.
Well, my reason for asking why is if you put your 2-week notice in,
mm-hmm.
should people expect you to give the same level of production and attention to detail and effort and focus in those last 2 weeks as you did the entire other time you've been, working at that job?
Well, my first thought here would be, this is weird, this is abnormal, this isn't how it works anywhere else. And in no other league that I can think of do they begin the free agency process while the season is still going on.
Yeah, that's wrong.
A comparison, if we're trying to come up with one, would be in professional sports when a player is at the end of his contract and you know that he's leaving when his contract runs out, but you still expect him to give everything until his contract's up and he leaves. The best that's ever worked out would probably be Kawhi Leonard. He went to the Raptors with no real interest in going to Toronto. He had 1 year on his contract. He was traded to Toronto. So, again, this is not apples to apples, but there is no apples to apples with college football structure where they begin the free agency period during the postseason. So, again, it's different. But Kawhi went to Toronto with every intention of leaving the franchise, but he still gave everything that he could until the season ended, and the result was winning the NBA title.
What
So
is Kawhi?
it's not apples to apples.
I know, but Kawhi is a professional,
Right.
A mature professional.
Sure, yeah.
And I know you're not trying to make the comparison. You just give an example.
Yeah.
But that's the difference. We're talking about some players who are older who may still be immature. And you may have some players who may be a little younger who may be more mature.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, although they are, in our eyes, professionals, they may not move as professionals. They're still learning that.
Right.
So,
Well, to your question, why would you want to? If you're a coach, why would you want a player to do that? You may not want every player to stick around. It might be okay. I know if this guy stuck around, he would give his all for us. He would put in the work while he's still looking around for his next school. Not every player would go about his business that way. I don't know Chaz Nimrod well. I think he would be that kind of player. But if neither side wants it either, well, then you just go your separate ways.
yeah, I think it's easy to say, oh, why can't they just play? But I think you have to sift through what it would take for that player to give you what you think you need to win a football game. Football is the ultimate team sport. You have to be unselfish. And so if I go to you and I ask you for more money and you say, no, I'm not worth it, why would I want to lay it on the line for you anymore? I mean, I respect your decision. I think I'm worth more money. Y'all don't think I'm worth more money. That's cool. But why would I lay it on the line? Why would I continue to play for you if I'm hurt and I'm beat up? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. Why a player would go in the portal and be expected to play. But I think every situation is different.
Sure.
Players are different. Coaches are different. Systems, culture, teams, programs, it's different. Kenny Dillingham can offer that to his players entering the portal, whereas some other coaches on a different program, a different team, can have the stance, no, if you hit the portal, that means you're out. We want guys with 2 feet in, not 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Yeah, and if a coach decides that, I don't have an issue with either coach deciding either side because they're both really correct in terms of what their approach is if that's what they're most comfortable with.
Well, you got to do what's best for your football team.
Yeah.
So if you think letting a player play that is about to leave and getting into the portal, you think that's good for your football team, and you think he's going to be productive for you and be an asset for you, then you let him play. If you don't think that, then you say, no, we want guys that are 100% committed, who are in the boat, and if you're not, we don't want you to come back. It's no disrespect. It's not personal. It's just the rules that I have set for my program.
Yeah, the one thing I would encourage is be consistent in what your message is.
That's important.
I wouldn't have one rule for this player and a different rule from a different guy, and you send mixed messages to your team.
Well, I mean, you could be consistent in the fact that you say every situation is different. So it depends. And so that can allow you to allow some players who get into the portal to continue to play, and some players that get into the portal, maybe you don't want them to play.
Yeah, if you start out that way,
depends.
I wouldn't say if you're either in or you're out. And then if a player that's really important to you says, hey, I'm going to go, but I still want to stick around, you don't change your mind and say, okay, well, you're still in.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it that way.
Yeah, if you say I'm either in or out, you got to stand on business.
Yeah.
Like Eli Drinkwitz. You have to truly mean what you say there.
Barry says put Boo Carter in if Squirrel can't go in the slot.
That's not going to happen.
Get a week and a half to get him ready.
I mean, I wish it would happen, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, we can talk about realistic scenarios. That's probably not on the list, but the news yesterday: Chaz Nimrod entering the NCAA transfer portal as a reserve wide receiver. We'll continue the conversation. 865-656-9900. Swain, this will be surprising news to the audience, but I'm not the brightest at times. Agree or disagree?
I don't want to cut you off.
Yesterday on the show, I even teased the giveaway, and then we didn't do the giveaway, so we're going to do it twice. Once right now, and then later in the show, we're going to do it all week long. This is a big deal. Friday, April 25th, Shane Gillis, very popular. He's coming to town. He'll be at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center Friday, April 25th. And the first person that calls 656 wins right now wins tickets to go see Shane Gillis Friday, April 25th. The first caller to 656 wins tickets to see Shane Gillis, Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center on Friday, April 25th. Call now, 656-WINS. First caller is going to see Shane Gillis. And keep listening later this show and all week long for your chance to win tickets to see Shane Gillis live in Knoxville. We'll come back and invite you to be a part of the show this afternoon. Text box will remain open all afternoon long, 865-656-9900, as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory! Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
All right, basketball season is here. The number one team in the country will be playing tonight. Basketball season is also a reminder that winter is here or winter is about to be here. We felt some of those temperatures recently. That can also lead to plumbing issues. Wilson Brothers Plumbing is here for you. Don't let the cold bench your plumbing this basketball season. You can call the All-Stars. They'll step up for you at Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They have stepped up for me and my family at our home. We have run into a plumbing issue at our home that we needed help with. It was an underground leak last year. Wilson Brothers Plumbing came out and did great work for us. If you are concerned with issues that you could run into, they can help you with preventative maintenance, prevent freezing this upcoming winter. Get in touch with Wilson Brothers Plumbing to see how they can help you either prevent problems or correct problems if you run into them. If your plumbing is giving you the cold shoulder this season, call a timeout, put Wilson Brothers Plumbing in the game. You can give them a call at 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with dazzling surprises from Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. This holiday season, elevate your celebrations with custom design jewelry that tells your unique story. And here's a little extra joy. With every purchase from us, you'll receive our complimentary maintenance program, providing you peace of mind knowing your items are backed by a team of professional on-site master jewelers. Visit Rick Terry Jewelry Designs today. We want to be your jeweler.
Hey, this is Karina with Vital Hydration. We all need more energy and better recovery in our life. If this is you, you need to call Vital Hydration. They help you recover with an at-home IV drip and have you feeling like you in no time. Mobile IVs are the new thing, and Vital Hydration is your new place in East Tennessee to call for yours. Visit vitalhydrationknox.com to book your mobile IV today. Vital Hydration. We come to you and bring you back to where you want to be.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Feeling overwhelmed by your Medicare options? Now is the time to review your coverage and save money in 2024. Senior Financial Group makes sure you get the right coverage for the right price, so you can spend your time and money on what really matters. Go to sfgmedicare.com or call 865-419-3988 today. Again, that's sfgmedicare.com or 865-419-3988.
All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Next, EFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward, 865-656-9900. There is internet buzz around Bill Belichick and the North Carolina Tar Heels, continuing to monitor that story. He is a candidate for the job. We'll see if he ends up being the head coach. There is transfer portal conversations taking place. The top basketball prospect for next year, A.J. DeBonsa, I think I'm pronouncing correctly, he is headed to BYU, and his price tag for next year might be north of $5 million to play basketball at BYU next year.
We didn't want him.
No room, I would say. 865-656-9900. Similar situation to what the Braves ran into with Juan Soto. Some said that he wanted to go there for a lot less money, but the Braves didn't have room in the locker room for him.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, some have said that. Let's say hello to David on Josh and Swain. Hey, David, thanks for hanging on. Good afternoon. What's on your mind today?
Oh, it's got a couple points I wanted to have you guys mull over, and after I get done, I'll hang up and listen to you. But the first thing is, for years I have always said that, these out-of-conference teams always wait till the end of the year to start complaining about their placement in rankings and playoffs and stuff, but they don't seem to play anybody out of their conference. And it would be, in my opinion, I'm thinking it would be great if we had a chance to see these teams before it got to the playoffs, cross-conference play with these guys a little bit more, and then that way there'd be more to talk about than we that they're so great and all that. I hate Ohio State, by the way. But that's the first point. Would they ever, consider getting rid of the early plays against UTEPs and stuff like that and play the Ohio State earlier in the season kind of thing?
You said they. Who is there? You're talking about Tennessee?
Yeah, who's complaining? Because I'm not complaining.
Oh, no, Tennessee's not complaining. I'm so excited to be playing Ohio State, I can't even tell you. But
yeah,
I've heard over the years, the Ohio States, the Michigans, and all those guys that might get left out with one or two losses, but they're not playing anybody that I've really seen that out of their own conference. And I wish that the SEC and these other conferences will cross play with each other a little bit more throughout the season. But I work with a guy named Arthur Davis. He's a VFL. He was from the 96, 97 teams, and he was talking to me today, and I was asking what he thinks Tennessee's chances are on beating Ohio. And he says, we got to match their speed on defense. And I was kind of curious if you guys could chime in on how we're going to do that.
We got speed. I mean, we played in the SEC. We have recruited to this conference since year one, Josh Heupel. So we've gotten faster on defense. We've got more athletic in the back end. So we've improved our speed. I mean, I don't think Georgia beat us because they were faster than us. I mean, they beat us because they made certain plays that we didn't make. We made too many mistakes. But there's been several games that we have watched in the last 10 years against Alabama and Georgia, and we have noticed the speed difference. That wasn't the case a couple weeks ago when we lost to Georgia. That wasn't the case when we play Alabama. And so they're fast, but I think we're fast too. and it's going to come down to execution. So I think we've addressed those issues. You can always be faster, but I don't think we're slow.
Yeah, but limit explosive plays by their wide receivers is obviously high on the list of things you want to do.
No, absolutely. That's what you want to do in any game, in every game, is limit explosive plays, whether it's in the running game or the passing game. Now, Travion Henderson is probably faster than our linebackers if you line them up outside of Arion Carter, but like you gotta limit explosive plays. Period. From tight end, their tight end had some explosive plays against Oregon. You got to limit that there. Receivers had explosive plays against Oregon. Running backs had explosive plays against Oregon. And so you have to limit those, period. But I don't think we just not fast enough. But if you take wrong angles and if you let your eyes tie up your feet and not play fast enough, then it'll look like you're not fast enough.
One point to David's question about out-of-conference scheduling. That is going to be an ongoing conversation as well. But I looked at Ohio State's non-conference scheduling in the next decade. So starting next year, they have a home-and-home with Texas, Alabama, and Georgia. Michigan will complete its home-and-home with Texas. They hosted last year. They'll go back there in 2027. Next year, they begin a home-and-home with Oklahoma. They also have a home-and-home with Notre Dame on the books. So those are some big non-conference games that are on the schedule right now for the two biggest programs, I would say, in the Big Ten.
But why? Why would you schedule hard non-conference games when this year's college football playoff showed you that you can go beat who you beat, lose to Michigan, and still host and be in a great spot? Like why? They've already made the decision. They picked conference champion participants over strength of schedule as far as importance. They did that when they put SMU in over Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you schedule Oregon or USC or Alabama or Tennessee or Texas in the future? Why would you? You don't need to.
Right now you would not. If things change, because hopefully they will, that would probably be why.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see the big matchups, but
yeah,
Ohio State's job is to win for their school and their fans, not to appease college football fans.
I was just answering, those are already scheduled. Those games are already scheduled. Let's say hello to Scott on Josh and Swain. Hey, Scott, are you a ticket winner, by the way?
Yeah, man.
Congrats.
Hey, guys. Yeah,
Want to see Shane Gillis in
calling
April.
in for a question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me get back a question regarding transfer portal and guys playing and all that. I go with Julian Humphrey for Georgia. So he sits out and Georgia wins the SEC championship. Do you give him a ring?
I would probably talk to my leadership council. I mean, because I remember an interview that someone in that same DB room gave when he was asked about that player, and he wanted to say some things but couldn't say them, and he basically just hit a no comment. And so obviously there were some things going on inside the locker room that we don't know. I think that's a decision with those leadership, with the leadership council, the seniors. I can make a case for him not getting a ring. I can make a case for him getting a ring. I mean, he was on the team for the most part.
Yeah, he contributed to the team on their run to the championship. So if I were on the committee, I would vote yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will or not. In the pros, you do. But this isn't the pros, although it kind of is. Scott, anything else for us? We appreciate you calling, and congrats on one of those Shane Gillis tickets. Speaking of the blending of college and pros, we have an announcement from South Carolina's Collective that they have an agreement with Dylan Stewart for him to return for his sophomore season at South Carolina. As another example of maybe it's not pro sports, but it kind of is, because you're talking about a guy announcing after a huge freshman year he's returning to his school where he already plays for another season because his Collective came to a financial agreement with him. How is that different from professional sports?
It may not be pro football, but it's pro-ish.
Yeah. I mean, are you paid to play the sport?
Yes.
And you're not a professional because?
Because you got to go to class.
Okay. Okay.
Pro-ish, Josh. Pro-ish. I'm just ready for people just to admit that they're pros and just put them on payroll. I mean, that's the next step. We're going in that direction. But, yeah, I mean, they're pro athletes.
Okay. We'll continue the conversation. It's an odd time in college sports. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us here on Josh and Swain.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
I'm good. Hiller's Cash for the Holidays promotion is here, folks, and they're giving away cash for the holidays until the end of the year. So you want to take advantage of it if you are looking for maybe buying a new HVAC system or a new whole home generator. When you do that, Hiller's going to give you a $500 Visa gift card. When you decide to buy a new tankless water heater, Hiller's going to give you a $250 Visa gift card. And these deals, again, are available until the end of the year. So make sure you schedule today at happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement. Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Join Tyler and Will this Friday afternoon at Oak Ridge Nissan at the corner of Illinois Avenue and the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Make that short 10-minute drive from anywhere to Oak Ridge and save thousands. This Friday afternoon, starting at 3 at Oak Ridge Nissan with Tyler and Will in 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Introducing Summit Wines, sustainably grown, expertly crafted wines from around the globe. Their story is one of passion, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of perfection. From meticulously tending their vineyards to masterfully blending their grapes, they are committed to delivering excellence that you can taste. Summit Wines comes in a 3-liter box and will stay fresh for up to 6 weeks after opening. Summit Wines is available in Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay, and Red Blend. Ask for Summit Wines at your local store.
Join the team at the YMCA of East Tennessee, where work is play. Whether you love sports, fitness, swimming, or working with kids, bring your passion to their mission at the Y. Positions include opportunity for benefits, including insurance, paid time off, a free Y membership, and a $500 sign-on bonus. From part-time jobs to lifelong careers, your work at the Y will help strengthen the foundations of our community. Apply online at ymcaknoxville.org/careers. American Outdoor Equipment is a local family-owned and operated equipment dealer in East Tennessee. They offer all the tools to get the jobs done. They have tractors, zero-turn mowers, lawn equipment, side-by-sides, and more in stock now. Stop by to see their affordable mini excavator line with a 1-ton excavator starting at $49.99. They also service all tractors and mowers too. Visit AmericanOutdoorEquipment.com or take the drive to Rockwood and see why American Outdoor Equipment is worth the trip.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Come join our growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
A really warm day with a midday surge of some high winds out of the southwest, gusting up to 35 miles per hour, some mix of sun and clouds, and then we'll work our way towards 67 before some afternoon rain starts to roll in. That rain starts a big blast of cold cold air throughout your Wednesday. From the WVLZ First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Recovering millions at damages for personal injury clients throughout East Tennessee. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group so they can help you get the help you need. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900. One more thing I should have mentioned last segment, just for context, because it is being talked about. We had the question from David about scheduling. There is the conversation that's going on from athletic directors saying, hey, we might rethink things here. Currently, the SEC has a rule you have to schedule at least one power conference opponent in your non-conference scheduling. The SEC plays 4 non-conference games. The league has a rule that one of them, at least one, has to be a power conference team. Some schedule multiple.
Schedule trash team.
Yeah, maybe that rule changes. Tennessee has Syracuse next year. I think that was scheduled with hopes of that being
that is not a trash team.
A bad power
that
conference team.
Is good.
Yeah, they finished strong, went 9-3, knocked Miami out of the playoff.
Oh boy.
Their coach is a go-getter.
He is.
With ties to Georgia, by the way. So Syracuse, Atlanta, they will have a new quarterback. I think I saw that Caden Salter's visiting there later this week. But anyway, Tennessee will open with Syracuse in Atlanta next year, August 30th. They have a home-and-home with Nebraska in 26 and 27. They'll play West Virginia in Charlotte in 2028, and then a home-and-home with Washington in 29 and 30. Everything, I suppose, is subject to change, but those are Tennessee's power conference opponents scheduled through the end of the decade. Yeah, that'll be a part of the conversation, but by 2026, I don't think we're going to have a 12-team playoff. I think it'll be a larger playoff field. Maybe there'll be a computer component, which, by the way, wouldn't have changed much about the field this year if they went BCS style instead of the selection committee. But I think, I at least hope, that the way this process played out in year one of a 12-team playoff will lead to change of how the playoff field is selected. If it's not next year because it's the first 2 years of this 12-team playoff, by 2026 when I think we'll see expansion, I hope that the selection process changes by then.
I hope so too. No, I really do, man. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed. And, hey, man, when you have something in place for the first year, changes and tweaks are expected. I mean, it really is. I did not expect this process to be perfect. I expected to have some bugs and things that need to be corrected.
Yeah, the first round buys and the automatic placement, that was very predictable. That seeds 3 and 4 would probably be not that great. Maybe they ended up being worse than thought. Like if Miami had gone 12-0, as it could have, and it's the number 3 team, that would have felt deservedly so. But too often we'll run into the situation like we did here where teams jump several spots to get into those 3 and 4 spots, and that just doesn't make much sense.
You shouldn't have to pick between strength of schedule versus the importance of playing in the conference championship. So moving forward, if you could make both of those a priority so that way you don't have to pick one over the other, I mean, that would be ideal. Plus, the seeding, correcting that, putting more objective rankings involved, maybe computer-based, that will help as well too. So there's plenty of room to grow, but at the end of the day, I think they got the right teams in. The seeding is jacked up, but Alabama lost 3 games. Ole Miss lost 3 games. South Carolina lost 3 games. even though the conference they play in is difficult, Alabama lost to teams they shouldn't have lost to.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss lost to a team they shouldn't have lost to. South Carolina, I can't say the same thing about them because they lost to some pretty good teams. The loss to LSU was at home. They were up. They had a bad call go up against them. But I feel probably I feel bad for South Carolina. Don't feel the same way about Ole Miss and Alabama.
865-656-9900. What do you think? Derek said college football is minor leagues for the NFL. They're also paid. Minor leaguers in baseball, they're professionals. College football players, college basketball players, they're professionals as well.
They are, but they still got to go to class.
And that still is connected. That's
still
why
athlete.
that's why the portal is right now, because we are in between semesters or about to be. So between now and the spring semester starting in January, here is that window that would make it most convenient to transfer, even though they do open other windows. Like if there's a coaching change a month from now at a school, they'll reopen the transfer portal from them. So it's a moving process, but there is still academics tied to the play of sports. You'll see at several positions, most notably, though, quarterback, where players are going to be going to their third, fourth, and fifth schools in some cases.
Speaking of quarterback, I did see online where Nico was doing some academic work this week.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Professors.
It's a bye week.
Huh?
Is this not a bye week?
This ain't a normal bye week, Josh. This is preparation time for the college football playoff. Endless activities. So, like, if you're watching film, you're locked in, you're focused, you're doing classwork, you're locked in, using your brain. Like, you need some mindless activities. That's what Netflix is. You don't have to overthink stuff. You just watch and chill. Gives your mind a little bit of a break. I just need Nico at his best. That's all.
Yeah.
Academics are important. Don't get me wrong. Very, very important. I need Nico at his best, though. Don't tell me that all the quarterbacks that have played here at the University of Tennessee, when it was a big game, there was not some type of understanding about the coursework and when it's due and all that good stuff.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Okay. You can pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. That's cool.
Are they athlete students?
Do you remember?
Or are they student athletes?
2016 South Carolina game when Josh Dobbs was up all late doing academic work? Remember that? Now, it didn't matter because Josh Dobbs played well anyways, but I need my quarterback rested, prepared to lead Tennessee to the Sugar Bowl, to the Rose Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
Ron Slay in 20 minutes. Don't bring up John Higgins' course load his senior year when he ended up not being eligible for the postseason. John's super smart guy, has coached here locally. He's awesome, but ended up not being available for the postseason. I think still a sensitive subject. He had changed his academic coursework.
Academics are important.
I think Buzz was like, who let that happen?
Academics are important. I don't want anyone to misinterpret what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the first round of college football playoff.
There's a time and a place. And apparently finals time would not be that time and place. 865.
Well rested.
656-9900. We'll continue the conversation. Ron Slay in a little more than 15 minutes. We're with you until 3 o'clock. Tennessee basketball, number one team in the country, will play at Madison Square Garden tonight. 6:30 tip-off in the Jimmy V Classic. ESPN, the Vols taking on the Miami Hurricanes. We'll continue the conversation on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it. Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford. Right now at Ted Russell Ford, we have, 3 weeks to go in 2024. Here with the holiday season, you can get the gift of savings from Ted Russell Ford. You can save up to $10,000 off 2024 Ford F-150s right now. These 2024 Ford F-150s have got to go. They're getting ready for 2025. You can take advantage with the savings that are available. Take advantage of no payments for 90 days plus 0% APR available at Ted Russell Ford. If you're looking for a truck or an SUV, something from the electric vehicle lineup, find a new EV, receive a free home charger when you purchase a new electric vehicle. That's the Ford Power Promise, available at Ted Russell Ford. With 2 locations, you can shop on Parkside Drive or on Kingston Pike. It's where my family has shopped several times. Shop where we have shopped at either location, or you can begin online. Go to tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. It is bowl season. Are you ready to make some money? Get our bowl analysis sheet. It's a predicted final score on every single bowl game this year, included in all packages that go at least to the national championship game. Go to fatjacksports.com, and for less than $100 a week, build profit betting on sports. Basketball wins again last week. Soccer is having a huge year, and football is going to have a huge bowl season. Go to fatjacksports.com, sign up today, and win heading into 2025 at fatjacksports.com.
Party and Gift Headquarters. Stop by every day for your free entry to their 12 Days of Christmas. Win the opportunity to purchase an allocated bottle. No purchase necessary. Then the 13th to the 24th at 4 p.m. each day, they raffle off allocated bottles. Green Meadow is the place to save money on all your Christmas specialty wines and liquors. Special gift packages available. And make sure you have the spirits for your New Year's celebration. Green Meadow Wine and Spirits. Follow them on social media. Hunters Crossing in Alcoa, just across from Weigel's. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 10. Sunday, noon till 6.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
The holidays are just around the corner, so now's the time to shop new deals at Lowe's. Make your home even merrier with up to 50% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more. Plus, don't miss our limited-time weekly deal drops on items like appliances, tools, and grills. There's something for everyone on your list. Count on Lowe's to help you save all season long, because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 12/5 through 12/11 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. The NBA Cup semifinals get underway tonight with Milwaukee hosting Orlando in the Eastern Conference. Bucks have turned things around and have won 8 of their last 10 after a slow start to the season. The BetQL model is going to back the home team here. Their best bet for the NBA Cup is to take the Bucks and lay the points at home against Orlando. I'm Chelsea Messenger. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare and you want out, you need to get the facts. Wesley Financial Group and its founder, Chuck McDowell, have helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshares permanently, and he may be able to help you too. Call right now. Chuck will send you a timeshare exit information guide free explaining how your timeshare works and all your options for cancellation. You want to call Wesley Financial Group, 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Next to academic advisor Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. This is for you. It's from John in Fountain City in the text box, Swain. Why is Santa scared of getting stuck in a chimney?
Was he scared?
Yeah, why is he scared of getting stuck in a chimney?
Because he'll be stuck.
Because he's claustrophobic.
Okay.
Santa Claus.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, sir. All righty.
One more from Amy. What does Santa say when Mrs. Claus asks for the weather forecast?
Check your phone.
Rain, dear.
Okay. All right.
You like that one?
This is a pretty good one.
That one's from Amy. We appreciate the messages, 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us as Tennessee continues prep for Ohio State, Saturday, December 21st. Primetime. Tennessee will be the fourth of the 4 first-round games. 1 game on Friday night, 3 on Saturday. And we have the news of Chaz Nimrod entering the transfer portal. Squirrel White's health has been in question. Brew McCoy, could he be an option there in the slot? Mike Matthews on the outside. He played more against Vanderbilt. Had a nice showing.
I mean, no reason why you can't put Brew in the slot if you feel like that's a better matchup for you offensively.
Assuming Brew's good to go. He did not play, but he will have had several weeks. I have a hard time believing Brew won't play in the game.
Yeah, what's that? That'd be 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, had a tight hamstring that prevented him from being able to go. I mean, he didn't do warm-ups. Didn't even attempt it, so it must have been pretty tender. But I think 3 weeks with rehab treatment can put him in a position to be able to help. And then you put him on in the inside. You put Mike Matthews on the outside. You might have something. Brew has been here. This is 3rd year, so he should be able to play different positions. Whereas when you have a freshman, typically you put them in one position so they can play fast and master one thing instead of being in multiple positions and messing it up. So I could see Brew and Matthews in at the same time. The question is, how are you going to have Chris Brazzell and Dante Thornton in together? Because they did a pretty good job last time Tennessee played.
Brazzell's touchdown catch against Alabama toward the back of the end zone, didn't he line up in the slot on that play?
Mm-hmm.
You have Ethan Davis as a player that can be used in the passing attacks. I'm sure there are a number of different things they can do. And again, part of this conversation is if Squirrel's unavailable or Squirrel is not in the game, what might they do? Because I'm sure they're prepping for Squirrel to try to be available.
Well, I think it's funny because not too long ago, Ryan Day spoke about preferring our hash marks in the college game to be like the NFL game to prevent teams like Tennessee widening, using the splits as an advantage. And
now he's preparing against it.
Exactly. For the first time.
Yeah, this story from last summer, so about a year and a half ago, is in July. He was asked what rule he would change if he was commissioner of college football. If he could implement one rule, what would it be? He said the hash marks. He said this in an interview with Joel Klatt. Putting the ball on a hash mark is just putting everybody in the smaller area of the field, and we're not playing, outside the numbers to the field. I think putting the ball in the middle of the field, more like the NFL, opens up the entire game. That's the rule change Ryan Day said that he would implement if he could.
And now he has to coach against what he prefers to change. So, we've seen SEC teams go up against Josh Heupel's offense since he's been here since 2021. And maybe they've gotten a little bit better at defending it. But you have Ohio State. This is their first time defending it. And I don't know if there's anyone in the Big Ten that runs a similar offense to Tennessee when you talk about the splits and the tempo combined. And so is that an advantage for Tennessee? Well, it could be. Could Tennessee say, you know what, because Ohio State, they haven't played against this type of tempo, is that something that we're going to get back to, going super, super fast? Because Tennessee has shown the last time we played, we don't have to go fast to generate explosive plays, but it can help you generate those explosive plays too, if you're able to do it correctly and execute. So curious to see how Tennessee is going to handle that.
We'll continue the conversation. More football talk, hoops as well. Number 1 Tennessee in action tonight. We'll discuss with Ron Slay, VFL, Tennessee, and SEC legend, next on Josh and Swain.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. and TJ Jefferson bring their unique take on sports entertainment with no contest wrestling, with guests like WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff.
You are an excellent villain. No, I appreciate that. Did that ever just kind of wear on you sometimes? The only time it got difficult is when they weren't doing loudly enough. As long as I could get the crowd to hate me, that means we were making money and we were doing things right. So the more the better.
The No Contest Wrestling Podcast, part of the Rich Eisen Podcast Network, wherever you listen.
Join the sports animal with the Josh and Swain Show this Wednesday as they broadcast live from Madisonville Marine on Highway 411 from noon to 3, brought to you by Axiom Wealth Management. World-class solutions with tangible results, offering a tailored approach to financial security for every season of life.
Does life feel heavy sometimes? Lay your burden down and give it to God. The Gathering Church is a community of believers who are not here to fix you, but to help you receive the love that God wants you to have. It's never too late. Jesus still saves, heals, delivers, prospers, and He cares for you. Prayer service at 9:30 a.m., teaching at 10:30. Visit online at thegatheringfamily.com, or better yet, come in person. All are welcome at The Gathering. You're not alone. You can make this place your home.
Unpredictability. It's one of the biggest fears that the everyday person has in today's world. And when you come across it, you don't want to go at it alone. So have a team join you. Stand by your side. That's the team at Fleener Security. 544-9964 or online at FleenerSecurity.com.
Nick White from Ted Russell Ford here with breaking news. And that news is all about new Fords. You know, a lot of folks ask us when the best time to buy a new Ford is. The best time to get into a new Ford from one of our 2 convenient Ted Russell Ford locations is right now. We're on top of our game with new Ford F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Mustangs, and more arriving on our lot every day. You want it? We've got it. With our huge selection of new Fords, you'll be sure to find the one that's perfect for you and your family. And the best part is every new Ford comes with our non-factory limited lifetime warranty at no additional charge. It's on the house. Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Well, Ted Russell Ford has you covered too. We have a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage vehicles. Our Ford Blue Advantage vehicles have all passed a 139-point inspection and come with comprehensive limited warranty coverage. Just visit us online at tedrussellford.net to browse our new Ford or Ford Blue Advantage inventory. So if you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, head to Ted Russell Ford right now or online at tedrussellford.net. See dealer for complete warranty details.
Imagine you're going into surgery and had a choice of doctors, one with 3 years experience and one with 10. The more experienced doc always wins out because the chances of a positive outcome are better, right? The same goes for commercial real estate. Trusting the less experienced can cost you dearly when time and knowledge are factored in. So why take the chance? Trust the largest and most experienced commercial real estate company in East Tennessee. NAI Cola RM Moore, 40 plus years in business, over 20 brokers with countless prestigious industry certifications, and close to 500 years of combined staff experience. From office and investment property to property management, trust the experienced professionals at NAI Cola RM Moore to maximize your profit potential in commercial real estate. Reach NAI Cola RM Moore today. Call 865-531-6400. That's 865-531-6400. And online at colamore.com.
Men, we all know it's coming. Christmas. The day you can be a hero or a zero in her eyes. I'm Danny Overby from Kimball's Jewelers, and I want to help you win this holiday season. We have what she wants, and we can help you find the perfect gift. Hate wrapping? We will even wrap the gift free of charge. Don't be the guy who fumbles the ball this year. Shop at Kimball's and have her be the envy of all of her friends. Kimball's Jewelers on top of Bearden Hill and online at kimballsjewelers.com.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 99.1thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the balls play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute. If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan who wants to get rid of Coach Mike McCarthy, you might have a problem. You're hearing lots of excuses and rationalizations out of Dallas. Injuries, the locker room still likes him. They're not sure there's someone better out there. History shows Jerry Jones lets coaches hang around, no matter how disappointing their season has been. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare and you want out, you need to get the facts. Wesley Financial Group and its founder, Chuck McDowell, have helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshares permanently, and he may be able to help you too. Call right now. Chuck will send you a timeshare exit information guide free explaining how your timeshare works and all your options for cancellation. You want to call Wesley Financial Group, 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at tryethos.com. That's tryethos.com.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
We're back for hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We have 2 hours to go, and we are very excited because we get to welcome back to the show. It's that time. Winter season is here. Holiday season. Sleigh ride season. Ron Slay, VFL. He's on the radio every afternoon on 3HL in Nashville. You find him on the SEC network breaking down what's happening with SEC and college hoops. And he'll do the same with us each week here on Josh and Swain. Ron Slay, how are you?
I am gifted the opportunity to work with Josh and Swain. Like, it ain't nothing better than this. So anytime when I wake up and it's getting chilly outside, and my hot chocolate is already ready, and I step foot on the porch and I hear that horn honk, I'm flying down the driveway because I know y'all outside the sleigh ride and I'm ready to roll, baby.
That sounds pretty good.
I'm fired up, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Ron, we're talking about a number 1 ranked Tennessee basketball team. We'll get to the Lady Vols and what they're doing. They're back in the polls. They're in the top 20 now with their hot start to the season. We'll get to the playoff with you. So the first edition of this year's Sleigh Ride, we have so much to cover in this hour. But what about Tennessee back to number 1? Rick Barnes has taken them there during his time at Tennessee. He has them back at number 1. They're going to play tonight at Madison Square Garden, so you get the mecca of hoops with the number 1 ranking now next to Tennessee's name, and then Illinois this Saturday. But what about this run Tennessee's been on to get to this point, number 1 this early in the season?
Man, it's a perfect storm. You look at it and you try to figure out after scratching your head after Dalton leaves and you see what he's doing in the NBA. You start asking, you saw what he was doing in summer league and like, man, what are we gonna do to fill that void? You know what I mean? You got so many people that left. You got Zakai. You got Santi that left. You got Josiah that left. You got Toby Walker that went in the portal. A dude that went in the portal. Estrella went down early. So you're like, man, what am I supposed to do? How do you fill this void? With Dalton Connect also in that group, that's a starting 5 and a 6-man. So how do you replenish the pantry and make sure you got enough groceries in there to go on and cook a whole meal? Well, let me tell you something, people. Rick Barnes knows what to do when it comes to getting the staff together. With a lot of people walking away to get other jobs, Kim English, Coach Lanier, all the way to Des Oliver, like he still knows how to reach out and get a good staff that can bridge the gap to these guys. And you got pillars of the program. I think when you looked at Santi and you look at Josiah, you start to wonder, how do you replace them? You got Zakai and you got Meshack. You know, they've been around. They've been having success since they've been in the situation that they're in. And they don't do nothing but bleed it down to the next generation of guys coming along. You have Justin Gainey, who's right there, who's been dying to get I said Justin, his dad.
You do have Justin, you just not you have Jordan as well.
Yeah, you got Jordan and Justin right there ready to get it in. But you look at what Gainey's able to do and bring to this team, that's stabilization right there. When you look at how you can feed into it's not about me, all you got to do is look at those guys right there. And it's not been about them. The success that they've had hasn't been about them. It's been about going out and doing things that are productive to the team, and you get the rewards on the back end. You see guys that understand that. Cade Phillips had to wait his turn. Estrella had to wait his turn. You bring in guys like Felix Okapara, who's just now figuring out, oh, man, I can score. They will give me the ball. I don't just have to block shots and catch lobs. So he's getting into a new spot. Milicic coming in from Charlotte, a newfound, I think, a readiness to play the game at a different level when you're asked to do other things by showing your skill set, being able to handle the ball, being able to pass, being able to initiate the offense. And you got to play defense. But the big question was Dalton Connect. How do you fill that void? And you got to do it collective. You got to do it collectively. You got a guy that came out of the portal, though, in Chaz Lanier, who was someone that could jumpstart that. And that's exactly what he did. You know what I mean? A 50, 40, 90 guy out of the portal. You got him stuck in that situation. And it's not about everybody standing around watching him. That's what makes this team so much better than the team last year. You got a cohesive unit moving as one with simple dribbles to get to easy spots where you want to get to on the floor and the ball moving. So if I don't have it, I'm giving it up, not expecting it back, but you're giving it up to somebody else that can make a play. So, man, one thing you can't do is fake authenticity, because if you do, you'll have a situation like Arkansas did last year when things went haywire off the court and it spilled right over onto the court. That's not what you get with Tennessee. You see a real brotherhood, and they preach it all the time, and it reflects on the court. So, man, people wonder how it keeps happening. It's Rick Barnes being genuine to who he is, and you got the guys around him still being connected enough to be able to bridge the gap to this next generation that's about to walk in.
I remember last year, Ron, like we were on this ride, with this basketball team, and we were enjoying Dalton Connect's performances, but we knew that, okay, we can't depend on Dalton Connect. And when we get into a game where offensively we're stagnant, we can't just give it to Dalton Connect and him save us. And he did it, Auburn. He did it several other games. But when it mattered most, he couldn't do enough. Do you think this team is built to do what last year's team was unable to do, having more guys being able to put the ball in the basket?
Yeah, I think so. I think, man, we left at the end of every show, like what you saying, Swain, saying that, man, if we get just a little bit from Josiah to what he's going to be, or if Santi if he can get hot and make about 3 threes and make him respect as far as spacing the floor, that's really going to open it up. We ain't got to do that hoping anymore, because when you look at the way they're built, that's what they have to do. Because you got a guy that's a point guard that's good with distributing the rock, and he doesn't have to score. The key to this team is Zakai Ziegler. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If Zakai were going to be selfish, then this team would falter. As long as Zakai is cool with getting everybody involved and not worrying about himself, everything will be fine. Because you look at the 2-guard spot, Chaz Lanier, he can go get a bucket. Whether that be a down screen, whether that be a pick and roll, whether that be give him the ball, let him go ISO. And if he doesn't have it, the ball is swung to a stretch 4, who is in Milicic, who's fine with shooting after spot up or taking it to the dribble, sneaky athletic, similar to how DK was. Then you also have a guy in the dunker spot this year that's different than what Jonas Adu was. So you can really throw it up to the top of the box, and he don't have to gather his feet like, okay, is the ball coming? Okay, let me jump. It's automatic. The ball go up. He's a pogo stick. He going to get it. Now, if he dunk it or not, that's one thing. But he will go get it and come down with it. You take that. You still got Zakai playing off the ball, ready to spot up. And then what Jemai Mashack has done, as far as being able to spot up, he is what you call a 3-and-D guy, what the NBA has been looking for. A guy that can defend, a guy that can drive to the basket, and a guy that can knock down the 3-ball when open, when given open shots. Not challenge shots, but knock down the open shots. And Jemai Mashack put that work in and is able to do that. This is the first time, to your point, Swain, that you got two guys at every position. Now, it's a little question in the front court now because Estrella went down, but every other spot, imagine when Cam Carr gets back. You know what I mean? He was coming in his own, vying for minutes. Gainey, you got him right there. The other guy, Darlin Stone Dubar, is a guy we haven't even mentioned yet. Man. He just got back into the fold, 4 or 5 games ago? His athleticism would remind you of someone like you see Thero, that transferred from Kentucky, that's at Arkansas, a glue guy that can do everything what we asked to see out of Josiah. Yep. That's what you get automatically with Dubar, but you get it in a more physical, efficient presence with Dubar, I believe, coming in, just from what I got to see from him last year. So, man, this is the deepest team I can think of, and it's funny that this was the best start since the 2000-2001 team, but that's how deep we were. Like you got two guys at every spot, minus Estrella this year, but it's a dangerous team, man, and it's gonna be fun to watch. All that stagnant, got to get it to a guy, then everybody move out the way. Let's hope we get a bucket. You got guys that can fill it up, and they strap up and play D.
Yeah, so who would be you on this team? Would that be maybe Cam Carr when he comes back from injury, different position, but in terms of what he brings immediately with talent, or who's this year's Ron Slay?
I'm gonna go with Milicic. And the reason I say that is because I was able, especially going in that year, being in the 6-man spot. If he weren't to start, and a couple of times I started out there in that lineup. You had a guy down low in Charles Hathaway or Marcus Hayslip that could catch lobs, but you needed a 4-man that could play at the top of the key, make good decisions, whether that be passing, crashing offensive boards. Also, Milicic with his size can post up. So that's the other part. And you got another guy that can start the break. Like, I couldn't wait to get a defensive rebound to push the rock. Like Tony Harris used to get pissed off at me about that. But I was like, nah, hey, man, y'all run. I'm going to hit y'all, so y'all do some spotting up. But you look at it, that's the person that I would compare myself to, and from the standpoint of this impact. Like, yeah. I was going to give you, 11, 12 a game, probably about 4 or 5 boards in limited minutes. His minutes would be more, which means his production could be more. But the impactfulness of what I was going to do defensively, what I was going to do offensively, and IQ-wise, and the hustle, Milicic, it seems to be settling in. This is a different from the first 4 games to these last 4 games. This is 2 different players that we're seeing in Igor.
All right, Swain, let's get the headband for Igor.
I got questions, man. I still got questions.
Yeah, we're going to get to. We have a full hour with Ron Slay.
Questions. Let's go, Swain.
That's the voice you hear in the text box. Tracy said, so excited that it's sleigh ride time in Tennessee, and it's all caps on so excited. So that's how you know Tracy means it. Ron Slay is with us. He's a VFL, a Tennessee and SEC basketball legend with 3HL in Nashville with the SEC Network, and with us for the entire hour each way. The sleigh ride's back. We'll come back right here on Josh and Swain.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you are a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
Fellas, when you're not feeling yourself, you're feeling tired, you're feeling grumpy, you've noticed weight gain, also loss of muscle mass, maybe motivation and drive, you need to partner up with experts that can help you feel your best again. That's Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients just like you that need more energy, that need more drive and motivation. They're super, super simple with their process. You go in, get your levels checked, and because of their on-site lab, you'll get your results back quick, fast, and in a hurry. These are not standard basic treatments. And for established patients, they can offer a convenient physician-monitored at-home treatment plan. This is shipped right to your home each month without the need to come in for weekly visits. Also, gentlemen, you can get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. You can look your best, you can feel your best. The first step for you, go to the website. That's lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Nick White from Ted Russell Ford here with breaking news. And that news is all about new Fords. You know, a lot of folks ask us when the best time to buy a new Ford is. The best time to get into a new Ford from one of our 2 convenient Ted Russell Ford locations is right now. We're on top of our game with new Ford F-150s, Escapes, Explorers, Mustangs, and more arriving on our lot every day. You want it? We've got it. With our huge selection of new Fords, you'll be sure to find the one that's perfect for you and your family. And the best part is every new Ford comes with our non-factory limited lifetime warranty at no additional charge. It's on the house. Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Well, Ted Russell Ford has you covered too. We have a great selection of Ford Blue Advantage vehicles. Our Ford Blue Advantage vehicles have all passed a 139-point inspection and come with comprehensive limited warranty coverage. Just visit us online at tedrussellford.net to browse our new Ford or Ford Blue Advantage inventory. So if you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, head to Ted Russell Ford right now or online at tedrussellford.net. See dealer for complete warranty details.
It's basketball time in Tennessee, and Tennessee Roofing Specialist loves to support the Vols and UT fans, so they would like to offer you a 10% discount during basketball season. Tennessee Roofing Specialist is your local roofing expert, specializing in new construction, remodeling, and commercial roofing, and committed to providing outstanding service at a price that won't break the bank. So if you're looking for an affordable, reliable roofing company, visit TennesseeRoofingSpecialist.com for your free estimate today. Tennessee Roofing Specialist, your roof, their reputation.
Why hassle with bulky water bottles from the store? La Blue Water offers hassle-free home delivery. No more heavy lifting, no more trips to the store, and no contracts. La Blue Water for ultra pure water. Visit LaBlueWater.com and learn how to start service today.
Want four-wheelers for Christmas? Gorilla Motorsports has hundreds of kids' gas four-wheelers, go-karts, and dirt bikes in many sizes, styles, and colors. Between now and December 19th, stop by and register to win a free 110cc four-wheeler. You heard right. Register for a free four-wheeler. Drawing is on December 20th. Gorilla Motorsports guarantees the lowest prices in East Tennessee, and they'll beat any price. This is the real deal, folks. Don't miss out. Gorilla Motorsports, Highway 66 in Sevierville, or world's largest dot online.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 2 VFLs in the house. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain right here. I'm Josh Ward, and in Nashville joining us as he's a part of 3HL every afternoon, part of the SEC Network, and on the sleigh ride right now, Rod Slay with us. Swain, you said you got some questions.
Yeah, I got some questions, man. Tennessee's number 1 in the country. It is December the 10th. We can't be a perfect team this early. What are some things you want to see us be better at?
Hey, Jason, let's get that music. I think the music's jumping in front of Ron there. There we go. Thank you.
No, the mute. No, that was in the car. That was in the sleigh ride.
There it is. Yeah. Ron's turning down those speakers. Yeah, they're blaring.
I love it. Hey, listen, them some new kicker 12s that Swain got me, man, with that big check that he got. So I appreciate that, Swain. Refurbishing the sleigh ride and getting us right. But as far as the questions go, Swain, I understand that, but at the same time, this is where we are. So this is a reward and a pat on the back for being where you are this early in the season. I don't think at all we'll stay number one. So let me go and get Vol Nation involved. Listen, Vol Nation, we're not going to stay number one throughout the entire season.
But Ron,
I promise you that. But the thing you do get to look ahead to is and say, okay, I can hang my hat on is you will be in top 10 throughout the season. And once for you to reach that number one mark, that right there is an omen saying that, hey, you are good enough to be the best team in the country. And it's a reason you are. Not because of the weak schedule that you played, it's because you went out and handled business in these tournaments that you played in against stiff competition. And it also shows you the ones that were ahead of you can be beat on any given night. So it's continue to build. I don't think you're nowhere near. Like Milicic is going to get better. Felix Okapara is going to be better just from the standpoint of being able to run down, position yourself in front of the rim, catch it, and do a right-hand hook. Like the growth from this point in December to where he should be at the beginning of February with a right-hand hook should be astronomical. That's 6 more points, but given a post presence. So Meshack is going to keep developing. Cam Carr is going to be thrown in the mix. Like I talked about with Dubois, he ain't even scratched the surface of who he can be all over the floor. Like, don't be surprised, man, if it's some games that when he gets his feet wet and we get into conference play, that he's in the starting lineup some. Like, he has that type of talent. So, and then what you also got to understand is the head of the team with Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Meshack pressuring the ball, that's contagious. So it will not be an easy road for any team that you go and see in conference play, out of conference play, in tournament play. Them two dudes, man, they belong in somebody's junkyard with a chain wrapped around their neck guarding the fence. That's how dog eat dog they are, man. That's different. I haven't seen two guys do that. And I'm going to go as far back as, well, I don't want to discount anything that Houston does because Kevin Sampson, all his guys do that. But, man, it remind me of Greg Anthony and Anderson Hunt. Now y'all go do your homework on that right there.
UNLV?
And see where UNLV finished at that time.
Mm-hmm. So you
Look at
are
Ron
saying,
flexing his knowledge, by the way. He knows the game.
Ron's a basketball guy. He should know the greatest teams of all times and the great players. So Ron, you're telling me it's more individual players will continue to grow, develop, and in turn the team will take it a step further. There's another level when the individual players kind of show different parts of their game.
Yeah, and they come into their own figuring out who they are. Like you know this from covering the board, you know this. Vol Nation knows this from following them. Coach Barnes' system isn't it's as simple as it is.
Yep.
The details of it is complicated. And there's nothing that you grasp right away, whether that be on the defensive end or the offensive end. And it's okay for lessons to be taught through that. Mm-hmm. What you want them to be doing, especially a veteran like him, is to be clicking by the time the end of February rolls around and you getting into March, into April. That's where you want to be number one in the nation. But this right here is all pure enjoyment of playing together, them trying to play with a chip on their shoulder, feeling like they got something to prove, being led by a guy that still has something to prove in the Defensive Player of the Year, and want to be in the running the SEC Player of the Year as far as leading a team and leading them in assists. So you got different layers throughout the season that you're going to go through. And yes, the growth of each individual performance from the players and their skill set will continue to be better and better. And I'm telling you right now, we've got an early dose of Chaz Lanier. I know this young man. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Huh?
Y'all ain't seen nothing yet with Chaz Lanier. I've seen, listen, I'll give you a quick story. It was a point in his season, his senior year in high school. You know, it's 8-minute quarters in high school, people.
Okay.
If you didn't get there, if you got to the game, you was like, you know what, I'm going to wait till everybody park. I'm going to come in a little bit late, about the 2-minute mark or something like that. You will miss part of the show with Chaz Lanier because he's subject to have, within 6 minutes of that game, 18 to 22 points. Easy. Like, I've seen the run that everybody got to witness Who were they playing over in the island?
Baylor.
Mm-hmm. That run right there, Swain. He just not took his hat off and put his hat on the coat rack. Swain walked in the club to find his seat or to go to the bar to get a drink or to get some hors d'oeuvres. He ain't order no appetizers or nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The young man, when it comes to shooting the ball, flamethrower activated. And you know who all recognizes that from what they went through the year before? It's a guy.
Yeah, about to say.
Mayshak. You know what I'm saying? Coach Barnes. That was new for Coach Barnes. He understands it. His staff understands it. They've been able to see him, and they've been able to see, wait till it translates. I guarantee if you ask them, do y'all think he's 50, 60, 70% of what he can be? I guarantee they say no. Because they done seen him in practice, and it's so simplistic.
That's scary.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like where he's going to have to get a running start, get some dribbles going. It ain't none of that, man. It's one dribble, two dribble, get to my spot, raise up, and if you give me anything, I can counter off of it. So that's going to be special. I believe Milicic has that same thing. I believe Dubar, you look at his efficiency last year, you don't flirt with 50, 40, 90. You don't flirt with that on any level. Swain, your girls play basketball. If you go out there and that's on the stat sheet, you like, whoa, you was getting to it today on any level. So, man, the best is yet to come. And I'm saying all this, man, without even talking about the head leader and what he's brought offensively as a Kai Ziegler. It's going to be fun to watch, man. I'm telling you.
Ron Slay is with us, VFL, Tennessee and SEC basketball legend, part of the SEC network. We'll come back. Ron, I want you to share what you already have put out there, what you think Zakai and Jemai Mayshak might be able to do on the other end, on the defensive end of the floor. There's a playoff game to talk to you about. Lady Vols are off to a hot start. We have a ton to get to in the next half hour of the Slay Ride. Full hour with Ron Slay right here on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
Bring security to your home with a new fence from Tennessee Home. Tennessee Home is your local trusted fencing and deck specialist. Call today for a free no-pressure appointment, 865-304-0955, or visit online, tennesseehome.us.
This time of year is full of distractions that are going to derail your diet and your progress, but you can look and feel your best this holiday season with Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Hey, this is Heather Harrington. There are over 85 group fitness classes each week. There's pickleball, tennis, racquetball, and basketball courts. There's a full weight room with weights, machines, and all different kinds of cardio equipment. Plus, there's tons of amenities. The indoor pool is open all year. You can take a steam or a sauna or even relax in the whirlpool. Fort Sanders offers a free health assessment, so take that right now and then track your progress over the next 3 months. While everyone you know is gaining weight, you're going to be making gains in the weight room. That's for sure. Let's look and feel our best this holiday season at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Remember, all memberships are month to month with no long-term contracts, and the family membership comes with free childcare. You can call them at 531-5000 or visit fshfc.com. This year, give the gift of everything the peaceful side of the Smokies has to offer with a gift card from Oldham Hospitality. That gift card can be used on everything from coffee and ice cream to a 5-star dinner and popular outdoor apparel. Use your gift card at Peaceful Side Social, the Dancing Bear Appalachian Bistro, Peaceful Side Creamery or Brewery, Apple Valley Cafe, the Dancing Bean, or Smoky Mountain Outdoor Center. One gift card, so many possibilities. Get yours at oldhamhospitality.com.
You know the meaning of hard work. Day in and day out, whether it's it's on the farm or your land, you're out there putting in the hours. That's why you need a tractor that can keep up. At Rocky Top Equipment in Knoxville, our Mahindra tractors are built tough for Tennessee's toughest jobs. Right now, you can get up to $500 cash back and 0% financing on select models. Rocky Top Equipment, where grit meets the ground. Shop our Mahindra tractors at RockyTopEquip.com.
Introducing Summit Wines, sustainably grown, expertly crafted wines from around the globe. Their story is one of passion, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of perfection. From meticulously tending their vineyards to masterfully blending their grapes, they are committed to delivering excellence that you can taste. Summit Wines comes in a 3-liter box and will stay fresh for up to 6 weeks after opening. Summit Wines is available in Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay, and Red Blend. Ask for Summit Wines at your local store.
691-1211. 691-1211. You got to remember that phone number, 865-691-1211, because that number gets you to Steve Vasgard Wealth and Retirement Strategies. What Steve does is teach you the wisdom of how money works for better stewardship, so you can have more, so you can give more, so you can leave more. One thing that I absolutely love that Steve does, for every client that he has, he'll bring you in, he'll look at where you are right now financially, look at your individual unique financial goals, and create multiple models so that you can find the most efficient way for you to grow your wealth. Let's remember, if your money's sitting in the company 401k right now, you are losing money every single day to 1, inflation, 2, opportunity cost. If you want to find out how to grow your wealth as efficiently as possible, you need to dial 865-691-1211. Steve will send you a no-obligation video, 3 minutes long, no risk, no obligation. 865-691-1211, 691-1211, or find out more online at wealthwithwisdom.com.
'Tis the season to step up your comfort and style game. Find the perfect fit for your festivities at New Balance Knoxville, like our Fresh Foam X1080, the gift of unmatched comfort for those long winter walks. And for the fashion-minded, we've got the classic New Balance 574, a timeless choice to make your holiday look complete. Keep cozy with stylish New Balance apparel that's as festive as it is comfortable. And a New Balance gift card is always the ideal present. Located in the Suburban Shopping Center next to Barnes & Noble.
A windy stretch here over the next few hours. Southwestern gusts turn out of the northwest. They're up to 35 miles per hour, but it'll drive us to a midday high of 67. Off and on cloud cover precedes a few more rain showers, even a couple thunderstorms through this afternoon ahead of a big-time cold blast Wednesday. For the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
Cumulus Digital.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Life's troubles aren't always fun, but there's a law group in town who will help you get them done. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008, and attorney-knoxville.com.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere. Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media. You can't hide talent. You can only hope to contain it.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. VFL Jason Swain's here, former Tennessee wide receiver, Vol Network sideline reporter. We have Ron Slay with us. The Slay Ride continues. He's on 3HL in Nashville every afternoon. He's on the SEC Network. Austin texted in, Christmas season is all right. Slay Ride season is where it's at.
Way
Slay Ride
better.
season is underway.
I like that.
Way better.
I like that, Swain. See what I'm saying? Swain, you ain't never had nobody say that. You got your own season. The boy got his own season.
No, well, you do, man. I wish I could be like Ron Slay.
Yeah, now, Swain, he's got the Swain plane. That's what he's going to be traveling in up to Columbus here in a week and a half.
Hey, Swain, man. Hey, boy, I'm trying. Listen, We got to go to Army Navy on Thursday after our show to do Radio Row Friday. Now, I'm all for going down in the lobby. See, at night down there in the lobby, you hear all kind of stories from five-star generals, like some stories that never supposed to be repeated. I'm just saying I'm cool with pulling one of them over there in the corner and asking them, is there any way you can give me a quick lesson real quick on how to parachute in if I can't get a ticket to get there? So if you see me, Swain, coming through in the chute with the parachute, don't you trip out. Just be like, that's my boy. He said he was going to make it. He's going to make it. So that's all I'm saying, Swain. If I can't get no ticket, I'm parachuting in. I'm getting dropped from the plane above.
Okay. So what do you want me to do when they put the handcuffs on you?
I want you to have the Swain plane gassed up and kind of like on the Dark Knight when he went and snatched up the guy. I wanted to clip onto my parachute that I still got and swoop me right on the way on the Swain plane. That's what I'm asking. Okay. Don't let me get caught, Swain.
Okay, I got you. He's
going to be fleet of foot. He's ready to go.
I'm going to do my best, man. I'm going to do my best.
Hey,
No, I need to do more than your best, Swain. I need you to give it all you got for your Tennessee ball.
I got you. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay.
VFL brotherhood. That's real.
I got
that's
you.
not just on the field and on the court.
I got you. Ron got a ticket. Don't let him fool y'all.
No, he don't.
Not right now, you don't.
Might be working on it. Hey,
I'm working on it.
I want to get your thoughts on the game, Tennessee, Ohio State. Before that, I teased at the end of last segment. You've put it out there. You have a prediction, correct me if I'm wrong, on Zakai and Jemai Mashak, what they might be able to earn at the end of the season with their collective defensive prowess.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listen, when I bring this to you, I want you to take this, put it in your stocking stuffer. You know what I'm saying? You can sit this out on the little plate when Santa come down the tree. You can set this on the little plate next to the milk, almond milk, preferably. But whatever you do, this is some good stuff. I want you to take this in, let it simmer with you, and just watch how it plays out. I'm watching Jemai Mashak. I'm watching Zakai Ziegler. This will be the first time in SEC history that you will have teammates split the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. They cause so much havoc up front. It's almost one of those situations. We got a glimpse of it last year at Alabama. What Mashak and Zakai can do when they made that turnaround and they went on and handled business and got that win down in Tuscaloosa. What we got to see in that flash in that game is what we getting to see the entire time. Like, this is unprecedented. I've never seen two guards this impactful on the same team that don't get gassed. The only thing that would stop this from happening, I believe, would be if they were to get pulled or if you were going to look at the stats and not watch the games. Because a lot of times what they do doesn't necessarily show up in the stat sheet. You know, you can see with blocks, okay, steals is one thing, but what doesn't get counted is the help side, a guy that can really beat his man one-on-one, be hesitant to drive one-on-one because of scared of driving and the help side coming over from Zakai or Jemai Mashak, them understanding when the ball's inbounded, to make the guy turn 2 or 3 times, what that does to the shot clock, taking it down, getting them outside of their offense. Once they get across half court, where they're running their offense is not at the 3-point line. It's more towards half court, and you have to get another guy, whether that be the 3-man or the 4-man, to help initiate the offense. Man, I'm telling you, we got 2 of them that do that. Like, we saw it in spurts with Mashak. We've always understood it was Zakai, and he got his just due last year because of the minutes he played. But now Mashak is getting to play them same minutes, and he's not challenged by anyone. So he gets to stay on the court, and he's not having to be subbed in offensively for defense. Not having to do that because of what he worked on in the offseason on this game. So I'm telling you right now, they are causing havoc. And I'm going to continue to preach that from the mountaintops. I don't know what I got to do with those two in defensive efficiency or whatever it is. I'm going to have to call somebody, Joe Lenardi or somebody. Somebody got to watch this with a close eye. because this will not go unnoticed. I'm gonna make sure this gets noticed because they are hell on wheels, man. Them two up front.
You need to call Josh's boy, Ken Palm.
That's it. You got him on speed dial, Josh.
Yeah, Ken Pomeroy. We got his number. He's got to tweet out some kind of efficiency stats on those two guys because I promise they're at the very top.
Yeah, Vols working together.
They gotta be, Josh. They are so disruptive, man. Like it's to the point. I was watching one game and the game was like they had the game won, and they was still like trapping and trying to get jump balls. I'm like, hey, dog, the game's over. Like they're relentless, man. I don't know what Barnes is talking to them about, man, or whatever it is, it's working. And I want to see it all the time. It's just as good as watching offense for me.
They are relentless. They do not stop.
Yeah, those boys, they want tears. Like they want the ball handler to start crying. That's what they want.
They do, Swain. They do.
Yeah, two quality humans that just want to suffocate you when you get out on the court.
They want to destroy you.
Yeah.
All right, Ron, Tennessee tonight in New York. Zakai's from that area. He's going to have his friends, his family there. Any games that you played at Tennessee where you guys played in Nashville and you had a bunch of people from your family, friends in attendance, did that change how you played? Did it change pregame mentality, your energy level that maybe the energy that you may be exhausted during warm-ups? How did you approach that situation when you had a lot of family come to the game?
Now, for me, and I think to see the same thing for Zakai, it didn't change me as far as what I went through pregame. They always understood at this point what it was when you come to see me play. But what it did change was my end game. I never got tired. I never got tired. I played as hard as I could when I knew I had somebody really, really close. I was gonna play hard anyway, but when I had somebody really close to me coming to see me play, man, that hadn't seen me play in a long time, oh man, that was it. That was it for me. I had some of my best games. My coming out party my sophomore year at Syracuse, I had, man, probably about 7 or 8 of my closest friends, my homeboys that came up and traveled to Syracuse to watch the game. And how they got seats right behind the bench, I have no earthly idea. If you go back and watch it, it's posted on YouTube. There's about 6 dudes behind the bench jumping up and down and hollering the whole time. Those were my guys. So, and I kept on doing this, holding up an A, saying, I got my A game. I got my A game. So that was something. Also, the SEC tournament was in that. That was the only year it was held in Nashville, was my sophomore year. And, man, I showed out in the SEC tournament. Marcus Hayslip did, too. He was glad to be able to play in front of his people, too. So it always fueled us, man. Like, that was something I was looking forward to. Because especially at that time, man, before NIL was around, you didn't know how people was going to travel and get the games and get the opportunity to see you in person. You get that love when you coming out of the locker room. Like, you want to have that. You want to have 15, 20, 25, 30 people waiting on you after the game. Mm-hmm. Of course, Vol Nation to be out there, but it means a little bit different when there's some people that you grew up with or, you know what I mean, some close relatives that, you know, ain't never going to get to see you play. So, yeah, man, it fueled me differently. Like, I was always in tune, always locked step and ready to go with a different battery in my back on those nights.
6:30 tonight at Madison Square Garden, the #1 Tennessee Vols against Miami. That's a 6:30 tip-off, ESPN, where you can watch tonight's game. Tennessee against Miami tonight, Illinois on Saturday. We will come back for one more segment of the Sleigh Ride. VFL Ron Sleigh with us. Final thoughts on the week coming up. The Lady Vols hot start. Tennessee, Ohio State, early thoughts. We'll get to all of that in our next segment, final segment of today's Sleigh Ride with Ron Sleigh here on Josh and Swain.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with dazzling surprises from Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. This holiday season, elevate your celebrations with custom design jewelry that tells your unique story. And here's a little extra joy. With every purchase from us, you'll receive our complimentary maintenance program, providing you peace of mind knowing your items are backed by a team of professional on-site master jewelers. Visit Rick Terry Jewelry Designs today. We want to be your jeweler.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. They help support the WIVK Christmas Parade that we had this past weekend. They continue to support the community, big supporters of what we're doing with Tennessee Athletics coverage, and every day making sure the customer experience is exactly what you expect. You can save right now. They know that you want to save. You can save to close out 2024, like up to $10,000 off 2024 Ford F-150. Get the gift of savings this holiday season from Ted Russell Ford on brand new trucks, on SUVs, on their electric vehicle options they have available. Ted Russell Ford can help you with a great pre-owned selection as well. How about their EV lineup? You can buy or lease a new Mach-E or Ford F-150 Lightning and receive a home charger with standard installation from Ted Russell Ford. My family has purchased several vehicles from Ted Russell Ford. You can find them on Parkside Drive, on Kingston Pike, and online. Shop online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Ho, ho, ho! It's that time of year again. If you're feeling the pinch in your pockets while trying to stuff those stockings, Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union has just the thing for you. Introducing our Extra Holiday Cash Loan. Need some extra jingle for your holiday cheer? Get up to $2,500 for 12 months. That's right. Now you can give gifts that make you the star of Christmas without turning into the Grinch. With rates as low as 7.99%, you can spread joy without emptying your pockets. Your wallet will thank you. After all, it deserves a holiday too. Ho, ho, ho! But hurry, this offer wraps up on January 31st. Visit atfcu.com to learn more. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, your less red tape banking alternative, a place where you truly belong. We want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us at ATFCU.
Visit atfcu.com for loan details. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender now through January 31st, 2025. Rate subject to credit approval. Rate subject to change. Restrictions and conditions apply.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stopped, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
You look amazing. What have you been doing?
You've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can help provide you with semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text BEFORE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie to see if you're eligible. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text BEFORE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text BEFORE to 200-300. BEFORE to 200-300.
They say that good fences make good neighbors. And when it comes to your privacy, Loudoun County Fence is the fencing company East Tennesseans have trusted for over 50 years. Your fence should be durable and stylish. Visit their website at lcfence.com and view all of their great options, from wood privacy to ornamental aluminum fencing. Loudoun County Fence is a family-owned and operated company with over 50 years of experience installing quality fencing in and around Knoxville. They're fully licensed and insured, and their workmanship is guaranteed. For your free estimate, visit lcfence.com.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Final segment of the Sleigh Ride and the YouTube chat. Big Orange Trucker says, Boom Boom Room open for business. That's right. Sleigh Ride is back. VFL, SEC basketball legend. Quickly, Ron, if you remember this one, we were asked, do you remember the poster dunk in the Arby's Classic? You jumped over a dude, dunked on him and his family, the text says, jumped on top of the stage and let everybody know you were him.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny? I talked to my high school coach, and I was begging him for those games, and man, he found it and converted it to DVD. So I have that game right there. I have that on DVD, man. I got to somehow put it on a flash drive or something before the DVD players are too old and are gone away. But
I put that on the internet so people know.
If we ever want to run that clip on here, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I can make it happen. That was to his point. That was a triple double my junior year against Science Hill. I just like to throw that out there. Science Hill was a powerhouse at the time.
Don't forget, folks. Don't forget. Lady Vols. So the men's team unbeaten, number one. Lady Vols aren't losing either. Big week with wins against Florida State and Iowa. What do you think about the start, what you've seen with Kim Caldwell taking over Lady Vols program?
I love it, man. It almost mirrors what Coach Heupel came in doing. I don't think this is necessarily how she's going to play throughout her tenure at Tennessee, but this is the way she needs to play right now as far as being able to get out and play to the strengths of her players as far as quickness goes, as far as being able to get out and press, get some deflections, get some easy baskets. And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads sometimes when you see these quick threes go up, but that's part of the reason that they're up there in the tops in the nation in offensive rebounding, because when they shoot their ball quick, the defense isn't really set a lot of times. So if you imagine a defense not being set, imagine how difficult it is to turn and box out. So people are flying to the boards and getting back, and it actually wears people down. The platoon subbing, you see in the game against not Florida State, who was Iowa. They just wore Iowa down. Like, Iowa had that game under control, but running players in five at a time, like, it wore them down, and the pressure got to them, and Tennessee was able to come out with a victory. So I love what Coach Caldwell is doing. I love our staff, what they're doing, the recruiting, they're on fire, and that. When it's good, man. And she walked into something and put her stamp on it, and it's looking good.
What about Talaysia Cooper, man? What's she been able to do the last 2 games? Taking over the game, being in her bag. It's been fun watching her play.
Man, dog, breath of fresh air. Like, you see, we got the opportunity to see Ray Burrells and Diamond DeShields and players like that. Here's another one. Cooper can get it done. I mean, when I just can't wait to see what it's like when Coach Caldwell gets those top-notch players in and the floor's open for them to go. You know what I'm saying? When you got guys, when you got athletes, players in the mid-post, when you got them spread out, everybody can shoot the ball and good quality shots. I know it's a little bit of in question for me when the center is shooting. Like, sometimes you're open for a reason, but it works. It works for them. So, but Cooper, man, first team All SEC. Let's go and get it. Let's go and get that done. Let's stamp that one and roll on with it.
Ron, we still have another week to go, so we'll check in again before the game. But we had last week to kind of get ready for the matchup. Early thoughts: Tennessee, Ohio State, road playoff game for the Vols going to the Shoe next weekend.
You love it. Love it. And the reason I love it is because all of the hoopla and the whirlwind that Ohio State is under. Like, that is so cool to me. It's so much. This is like going to the Christmas dinner and family ain't seen each other in so long, and somebody stole some money out of somebody's pocket early on in the night. People done got the drinking after the food is going on. People got the eggnog going. Everybody's sitting around telling stories. Got people over there in the corner playing spades. And you just walk in, fix yourself a plate, and walk on out. All that food that was left over. You ain't disturb nobody. It's so much hoopla going around. There's so much confusion up here. People pointing at each other. They ain't even notice you come in and take all the food away. And then at the end of the day, you back in Knoxville, sitting tidy and full and ready to go on to the next round. So that's what I'm expecting, man. Let the Bluebirds come out. Y'all be hard on Ryan Day. You don't know what you're going to do with your offensive line. You don't know if you trust Will Howard to get your playmakers the ball. Yeah, it's cold. Good. We like the cold anyway. We're from Knoxville. It's been cold up there. So that ain't what we tripping off of. I love where we are, and I love the way Josh Heupel came out early on. And he wasn't, when you look at Lane Kiffin, Beamer, DeBoer, the list goes on, and everybody lobbying to be in certain situations. You never heard Heupel do any of that.
Do that.
When it came down to making the selection, the man said, man, let's put the ball down and play. Just tell us who our opponent is. Give me that all day long, and you seem to hear the players, y'all know better than me, the players seem to be echoing that. Yep. If that's the mindset going into this game, let's get to it.
Man, it sounds like you had a crazy Thanksgiving, my man.
I Swain, you know what it's like, man, when somebody go in there and steal that last piece of pie or something, you know what I mean? You got your uncles and them out back on the deck by the heater. Ain't no telling. They look like they smoking cigarettes, but it ain't cigarettes. You don't know what's going on. You ain't even supposed to be out there. And somebody can just come on in and you be like, hey, man, who invited you? Oh, man, Uncle Charlie did. And you're like, oh, well, okay. Get your plate. You just going in there, man. They be done made a plate, took everything out, took the drinks out. They going in the car. And you like, before you know it, there's a foolishness gonna happen, but you so busy with everybody else, you ain't even notice.
Yep.
By the way, you mentioned the cold. I do feel like I'm starting to notice people talk about us in Tennessee like we live in Miami. It gets cold here.
We by the mountains,
dude. It is amazing to me. Like it'll be different. Like it gets cold in Nashville, but it ain't nowhere near what it is up there in the mountains. Like the people don't understand. They automatically hear South and Southeastern Conference and automatically start thinking, I guess, the bottom of Georgia, and then they think in Florida and stuff like that. That's not how it is, man. We not over there on the beach in South Carolina or none of that. North Carolina, it's cold up there. I mean, it's cold outside.
Hey, you
feel me? You can play that all year long around up there in that season. Shoot.
You won't see Josh Heupel bundled up like Mike McDaniel a couple weeks ago in Green Bay. He's from South Dakota.
Bad,
if he could wear shorts, he probably would wear shorts in a couple weeks. He's from South Dakota, man. It don't get cold to him.
Man, it's a mindset, Swain. You know this, man. I know this, man. We all knew this going into high school, playing football, and you being fortunate to play on the next level and at a high level. Man, when it get to December, the real dogs say, man, it's football weather. Yep. Like, separate us from everybody that went through there in the fall, feeling all good, tucked up. Now all of a sudden they want to put their long johns and stuff out. Dog, go and tuck that jersey. Let's go. Put that collar on. Let's go and get to it, man. This is the weather you want to be in.
Ron, last minute, we'll get you out of here. Where can people see you? You're underway with SEC Network Hoops coverage. What's coming for you this basketball season?
Yeah, man, we back rocking and rolling, man. SEC, the next time I'll be on up there is the 14th. I'll be in studio, and ain't no telling what other games they'll throw at me before then or studio appearances. Hopefully they don't give me nothing on the 21st, but other than that, January 8th will be my next game. I got Alabama at South Carolina. Other than that, it'll be every Wednesday, every Saturday in the SEC Network studios in Charlotte, covering the games. 104.5 The Zone with 3HL, 3 to 6, locked and loaded. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but you know what, man? Just stay on social media, man. I promise you I'll keep you abreast of everything going on.
You find him in the Boom Boom Room on 3HL.
Locking the door.
On the SEC Network, and every Tuesday, 1 to 2 Eastern Time, right here on the Sleigh Ride on Josh and Swain. It is great to have it back. Great to have you back, Ron. Thanks so much. Enjoy all the coverage this week, the hoops, with Miami tonight for Tennessee, Illinois on Saturday. That'll be a big one. And then we'll talk to you about all of it next Tuesday.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate y'all guys, baby. Let's go. All Nation. Get this dub up there in the Big Apple tonight.
Ron Slay, he's back. Tennessee basketball back at number 1 in action tonight, 6:30 tip-off at Madison Square Garden, Tennessee against Miami. We come back with 1 hour to go, 865-656-9900 if you'd like to be a part of the show. More football talk, transfer portal watch, Bill Belichick watch, Jay Busby of Yahoo at 2:30. Big hour coming up right here on Josh and Swain.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. and TJ Jefferson bring their unique take on sports entertainment with no contest wrestling, with guests like WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff.
You are an excellent villain. No, I appreciate that. Did that ever just kind of wear on you sometimes? The only time it got difficult is when they weren't doing loudly enough. As long as I could get the crowd to hate me, that means we were making money and we were doing things right. So the more the better.
The No Contest Wrestling Podcast, part of the Rich Eisen Podcast Network, wherever you listen.
Join the sports animal with the Josh and Swain Show this Wednesday as they broadcast live from Madisonville Marine on Highway 411 from noon to 3, brought to you by Axiom Wealth Management. World-class solutions with tangible results, offering a tailored approach to financial security for every season of life.
Shane Gillis, live on stage.
I'm a bit of a history buff, which, by the way, that is early onset Republican.
His biggest tour ever is coming to Knoxville.
If you're a white dude in your 20s and 30s and you're like, I can't stop reading about World War II, it's coming, brother.
See Shane Gillis with his unmistakable comedic style. Live at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center Friday, April 25th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit ShaneMGillis.com.
Tired of lugging heavy water bottles home from the store? LeBlue Water delivers right to your door. It's more convenient, more reliable, hassle-free with no contracts. Switch to LeBlue Water today and enjoy the ease of home delivery. LeBlue Water for ultra-pure water. Visit LeBlueWater.com.
Need the right tools to take your project to the end zone?
Hey, it's Tommy Winton, wide receiver for the Tennessee Volunteers. When I need top-notch performance, I turn to A.G. Hines Company. Whether it's concrete, lumber, masonry, or insulation, they've got everything you need to build it right.
From foundation to finish, A.G. Hines Company delivers quality products that last.
Just like in football, success starts with the right team. Trust A.G. Hines Company to help tackle your next project.
A.G. Hines Company, Tennessee's building supply leader since 1920.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Are you looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and make great money? Twin Peaks is the team for you. They're looking for Twin Peaks girls, cooks, bussers, barbacks, and more. Text WORK, the number 4TP to 85,000 to apply.
Kaler Landscaping wants you to know that winter is the best time to update your landscaping. Materials are less expensive and dormant plants will root by spring. For your free estimate, call Kaler Landscaping at 379-5074. 379-5074.
Hey, little Sally. Good morning. Looks like you didn't sleep very good. It's a good thing it's Christmas vacation.
I know, Mom. I've been thinking about Christmas all night with sugar plums dancing in my head.
Hey, Gerald. Honey, don't look like you slept too good either. I guess you were tossing and turning thinking about sugar plums too?
Daddy, were you really dreaming about sugar plums too?
Heck no, Sally. I was dreaming of a brand new Nissan Kicks from Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike. And a Merry Christmas from everybody at Ted Russell Nissan.
Premium, by definition, a product of superior quality and therefore a higher price. SweetDeals.com's new Premium tab is here to break all the rules. Premium products without the extra cost. Designer handbags, luxury cruises, autographed sports memorabilia, gift cards to your favorite eateries, stores, and more. Priced up to 70% off. Premium just got affordable to all. Shop, score, save. Up to 70% off. SweetDeals.com. Click on the Premium tab and reward yourself today.
When you need help, you need it now. It's Tyler Ivins and my friends at Fleener Security Systems, and they're offering the fastest alarm response anywhere. Call Andre and his team today, 544-9964, or online at FleenerSecurity.com to see how affordable True Security really is.
This is WNML-FM Friendsville, WNML-AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Jim Rome with a Sports Minute. Only the Cowboys could lose a primetime game on their home field on a punt that they themselves blocked. Only the Cowboys could be 1-6 at home in a year where they were allegedly, quote, all in. How about this never-ending nightmare in Big D? How about Jarrah's bottomless pit of misery? I'm Jim Rome.
New holiday deals just dropped at Lowe's. Get up to 30% off select major appliances, plus an additional $75 off for every $1,000 you spend on select kitchen major appliances from brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag. And don't miss big savings on DeWalt. Save $80 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 2-tool combo kit. Was $229, now just $149. Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/5 through 12/11. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items. While supplies last.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We're in our final hour here and appreciate you hanging out with us. 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. Great to have Ron Slay with us this last hour. Each Tuesday, we'll talk to Ron Slay, VFL and SEC basketball legend. Tennessee will play Miami tonight at 6:30. That'll be on ESPN. We'll have Vol Network coverage on 99.1 The Sports Animal. We continue for another hour as well on AM 640, The Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area. A lot of names going into the transfer portal. It is that time in the college football calendar. We'll see how active Tennessee is in pursuing players. They'll have some spots to address. We talked about that a little bit last week when signing day wrapped up. There's only so much instant impact you're going to get from a high school recruiting class in the first place, but interior linemen, that could be the case on both sides of the ball. But Tennessee has seen a few names go in. Vyson Lang on the offensive line, Khalifa Keith at running back, Caleb Webb at wide receiver, cornerback Jordan Matthews, a reserve corner, and then linebacker Jalen Smith and wide receiver Chaz Nimrod, guys that are planning to leave Tennessee, it looks like, through the transfer portal.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ohio State, they've had a backup quarterback hit the portal, but he may stay with the team until the end of the season. Don't know if that's going to be the case for Tennessee. We haven't seen that play out that way in the past under Josh Heupel, but you never know. I would put money on it that it would happen. Tennessee did extend the offer to an interior offensive lineman from the portal, former Arizona offensive lineman Wendell Moe Jr. Last year he was a redshirt sophomore, and he appeared in all 13 games. This is the second season. That offense was pretty good last year there for Arizona. So he has ties to California, went to Long Beach Poly High School, and looks to be Polynesian, which, hey, we've got a little pipeline here, and we've always had that here at the University of Tennessee. But he's a guy that would have multiple years to play. He just wouldn't be a one-year player if he were to pick Tennessee.
It is a weird and wild time in the sport. On the field, I thought the games this past Saturday were entertaining. This season has been a lot of fun. I think the playoff is going to be a blast to watch. Everything in between, the portal, and we'll see some coaching movement. So far in the SEC, head coaches are in place. But
I don't see anybody moving.
Yeah, I don't either right now. So from recruiting to the transfer portal to some coaching change, there's a lot that takes place. Plus stuff I'm sure we don't hear about because there are probably conversations that take place. Hey, I want this. I'm looking for that. This school might have contacted me. And then do you get in the portal or not? There are all kinds of conversations everywhere in the country related to that of guys who just end up not getting in. But you're starting to hear some guys announce. You mentioned Devin Brown. He's backup quarterback at Ohio State. In his announcement, he said his plan is to stay with the team. Again, plans can change, but
why didn't he just keep that to his damn self until the end of the season?
Well, my guess is that if he's already entering his name in the portal, he knows his name's going to get out, so he puts that out officially.
I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to get on board with it, but I just feel like it's a distraction. Like if you gonna leave, then just keep it to yourself, man, until you leave.
It's the new normal, Swain.
Okay.
You're older now. This isn't your game. It's a new game.
It wouldn't be my game if I was playing now.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I would probably just keep it to myself, and then when it's time to go into the portal, I would go. Like I wouldn't announce it. Yeah, I'm planning on leaving, but for now, I'm gonna stay until it's over.
And their goal is to win the national title, right? Tennessee's goal is to keep that from happening. But let's just say, for the purpose of this conversation, they go all the way. Is he really going to be with them all the way? And that's January 20th. He's not transferring to another school. Can you transfer to another school and still participate with your team in the playoff? How's that work? I wouldn't think so.
Hey, coaches do it.
Good point. Coaches take other jobs and still coach their team.
Yeah, Prue was coaching Alabama national
and
championship
recruiting for Tennessee
as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah. So why can't a player transfer to his new school? Can you take online classes at another school and still represent your old school in the postseason?
This is weird.
What if Devin Brown? I honestly don't know that.
Transfer to Michigan? That'd be great.
Okay, yeah, let's have a little fun. Let's get weird. Let's say he transfers to Michigan. He stays at Ohio State. I don't want Will Howard to get injured, but let's say they were playing in the national title game. Will Howard gets hurt. Devin Brown goes in the game and is trying to help Ohio State win a national championship as a quarterback for Michigan.
There's parts of this new college football I'm not down with. There's parts of it I'm down with. I understand. It was past due.
Mm-hmm.
Players, they got more power. I get it. Cool. I'm fine with it. But that makes no sense to me. That's ridiculous.
This is the sport.
Yep, it is.
I will ask this. Are you not entertained?
Maybe
that's not the right word. Are you not maintaining a high level of interest? People are talking about the sport, whether you like or dislike the system that we have right now.
I don't look for stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. It finds me, and I have my opinion on it. I shake my head. But, like, I'm not out seeking out this foolishness because that's what that is, man. Like, I'm a transfer, but not right now. Like, we're going to break up, but not right now. We're going to have to wait till the lease is up. Then we can officially break up. Like, that's silly. Like, you going to break up. You go your way, I go my way. Like, all it does is create some type of animosity if you're just staying there when you know you're not going to be there. You're not fully invested. The moment you decide to hit the portal, you're not fully invested.
But how is that different from a coach? If you're not fully invested, if you're a coach and you've taken another job, you're spending your mornings or evenings recruiting on behalf of another school, but you're spending your time on the practice field coaching a different team. What's the difference in terms of investment?
There's no difference because you're not fully invested. Gus Malzahn, there's no way he was fully invested coaching his last game in Central Florida, only to announce hours after the last game that he was leaving to go be the offensive coordinator at Florida State. That's why, like, when a player plays bad, there's questions asked about his focus. Is something else going on?
Mm-hmm.
Where was his head today? Like, it's hard. You got to be locked in and focused as a player and as a coach. If you are distracted, it shows in your play. It shows in your ability to coach if you got distractions going on. I'm all for dudes hitting the portal, ladies hitting the portal. It's the timing of it. And some players may have to hit it early because they don't have the luxury of a really, really, really good player. They can get in there whenever they want because they know they'll get phone calls and they'll get offers. Some players have to get in there early because they're just not as talented, all right? And they got to get their spot while they can.
Yeah, Quinshon Judkins, when he left Ole Miss to go to Ohio State, he could go in whenever he wanted.
No worries.
He knew.
No worries.
He is coveted.
Yeah, no worries. But, again, the timing is what I have a big problem with. All right, Wendell Moe Jr. Come on, Knoxville. Tennessee needs some offensive linemen for the future, baby.
It is a time. There's no doubt about that in college football and college sports. We'll continue 865-656-9900. What do you make of it? Charles noting he heard that. Did you catch that at the end of the sleigh ride? Ron Slay, he rocks the Long Johns. Be the Long John ready.
He's just making an example. I don't think
He was
really,
being relatable.
Yeah, he don't really wear Long Johns out there.
He's parachuting into the shoe, Ron Slay told us. Next Saturday, Jason Swain will be there on the sideline for the Vol Network. We continue the conversation here on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen Sales. Cabinets and countertops, we are the place to shop. Come on down.
Central RY 200 purchase price 19,829. Ultimate RN 399,573, purchase price 23,621. 0% financing on select models, state thousands off MSRP, and 405,331. All offers with approved credit card offers. Number 1 dealer based on November 24 Nissan RDR report.
You're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
Hey, Tennessee, Scott Gropp for your number 1 volume Nissan dealer in East Tennessee, Oak Ridge Nissan. And I've got a sack full of goodies for our 2024 Nissan model year-end clearance event. And Santa's dropped off even more. Get into a Nissan Sentra for $19,829 or a Nissan Altima starting at $23,621. Or how about interest rates as low as 0% APR? Woo, Santa's been busy. And don't forget, at Oak Ridge Nissan, if you got a trade, you got it made. Get up to $8,000 over Kelly Blue Book so we can pay it off no matter what you owe. How's that for a stocking stuffer? Yes, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, so make that 10-minute sleigh ride and save thousands of dollars during Oak Ridge Nissan's 2024 model year-end clearance event. And that's why
you're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
As we get ready to put a bow on 2024, it's a great opportunity to reflect and be thankful. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach and now financial advisor for Axiom Wealth Management. As we look on to 2025, I'm sure there are some questions and even some uncertainty, but it's time to plan for the future. At Axiom, we listen to your financial questions and goals so that we can partner with you in achieving what you want to achieve. Every goal needs a plan. Start yours with Axiom Wealth Management. Call us today or visit axiom.nm.com. Axiom is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
Thinking of a gift for the entire family? Games and Things has great deals on all in-stock and special order pool tables. With holiday movies and bowl games coming up, be sure to check out the largest selection of theater seating in the area. For those last-minute gifts, see Games and Things for cue and case combos, darts and dartboards, poker chip sets, table tennis, foosball, and air hockey tables. Or if you can't decide, get a Games and Things gift card. It's your holiday destination on Kingston Pike at Lovell Road. Games and Things, cause life should be fun.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Mellow Mushroom 2485 Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Green Meadow Wine and Spirits is your holiday party and gift headquarters. Stop by every day for your free entry to their 12 Days of Christmas. Win the opportunity to purchase an allocated bottle, no purchase necessary. Then the 13th to the 24th at 4 p.m. each day, they raffle off allocated bottles. Green Meadow is the place to save money on all your Christmas specialty wines and liquors. Special gift packages available. And make sure you have the spirits for your New Year's celebration. Green Meadow Wine and Spirits. Follow them on social media. Hunters Crossing in Alcoa, just across from Weigel's. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 10, Sunday, noon till 6.
Looking for the sweetest deals in town? Look no further than 991thesportsanimal.com. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer, and these sweet deals are half off. So whether you're looking for pizza and sandwiches for lunch or a relaxing dinner with family and friends, Sweet Deals has it all. Visit 991thesportsanimal.com today and treat yourself to the sweetest deals in town. Sweet Deals, because everyone deserves a sweet deal.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. In the text box, surely VFL Swain can get some team-issued sideline cold gear for the game in Columbus a week from Saturday.
I'm preparing with my own stuff. And it's not going to be that cold to need all that sideline gear. The players need it. The coaches need it. I'm not on the staff. I don't deserve that stuff. So I got my own stuff that I'll be using, and hopefully it's good enough.
Yeah, you're not playing in Alaska.
Nope.
Columbus is cold. Don't get me wrong. I would wilt, but I think everybody knows that.
I mean,
okay.
Vanderbilt was chilly in the morning, but I mean the sun came out. It's a little different because the sun will not be out.
No, it will not. 8 o'clock kickoff.
It's gonna be chilly. It's gonna be cold, but let's not pretend like it's the Ice Bowl or something, or we're playing.
Not that we expect
in Canada. It's okay.
Do we expect Gunnar Stockton to be Georgia's quarterback?
I expect it.
When the Bulldogs play in the second round of the college football playoff?
I expect it.
Georgia confirmed the elbow injury for Carson Beck. We do not know exactly the full extent or what the treatment option will ultimately be, but there's a lot of speculation that he won't be able to come back and play in their next game. Gunnar Stockton played in the second half of the SEC title game. Georgia also confirmed that punter Brett Thorson was injured on Saturday. He's a finalist for the Ray Guy Award. He suffered a knee injury to his non-kicking leg that will require season-ending surgery. So physically, that was a costly game. Georgia was able to win the championship and earn a first-round bye. But if Georgia plays Notre Dame in the second round, that is no cakewalk.
No, not at all. I just don't see how you hurt your elbow to the point where you can't come back and throw, and then you're going to come back and are you going to be serviceable? I mean, how can you throw to the point where, like, you're actually causing the defense to fear the deep ball? You might be able to throw short routes, but are you coming back and being able to throw the deep bombs and threatening safeties and corners and they have to get back? It's hard for me to believe that just in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I am no expert in the field, but my guess is that he won't be able to.
It's hard for me to believe it. And, if he does, I'll be wrong. I'm not saying he can't. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying it's hard for me to believe that he'll be able to come back and give you more physically than what Gunnar Stockton can give you.
So your overall view of Georgia's national title hopes, how are they affected? Because Stockton is a guy they respect. He's been in the program for 3 years now, was well thought of as a recruit. He played in the second half of the SEC title game. He has a lot of talent around him. It's also not a perfect team. I don't think this is Georgia's best team that Kirby Smart's had. Lost a couple of games. Had to go on the road all year long, though, as Kirby said.
You know, this doesn't have to be Georgia's best team to win championship.
No, it doesn't have to be.
They just have to be better than the teams they play for the rest of the season. They have the talent to do it. They have the defense that can do it. They have the staff that can do it. If Gunnar Stockton does a good job of protecting the football and they can run the ball and then they take their shots because Mike Bobo is a good offensive coordinator, then I think they can do it. But it just really depends on Gunnar Stockton. He had a terrible decision on the interception versus Texas.
Yeah.
If he can minimize that, then they have a shot. But if he's out there doing the stuff that caused him to be the second quarterback after he's been there multiple years, just like Carson Beck, then they may come up short.
You know, in basketball, we fill out our bracket very quickly, right? Hey, this is what it's going to look like. Have you filled out a bracket yet for this playoff?
I have not. It's not the same, Josh.
It isn't?
No, I emotionally can't do that. Or haven't been able to do it. I won't say I can't, but I haven't been able to so far.
Is that an exercise you'd like to try out?
No.
Okay.
I do not want to try that out.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you like to share what you have in mind? Because I'm pretty sure you've already filled out your bracket in your mind already.
I've done a mental filling out of the bracket.
Listen, I'm just.
I like Texas at home against Clemson.
Okay.
I like Penn State at home against SMU.
Well, brackets are supposed to be full of upsets. Where's the upset?
This isn't basketball.
Exactly, which is why I ain't doing no damn bracket.
I told you yesterday, and I think it's pretty easy to tell. There aren't 12 title contenders in this field.
Nope.
There are 12 teams invited to the event. And none of them are mathematically eliminated going in. But in the JWI computing, the Josh Ward Index, a few of them have already been knocked out.
Yeah, I will not be doing a bracket.
Boise State gets a first-round bye, not a title contender.
No. At all.
Arizona State, great story.
They might be the most...
First-round bye, they're not winning it.
Boise State might be the weakest link in the whole playoffs.
Yeah. Arizona State, by the way, they do have a ton of long-term potential there.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They really do.
Yeah, Boise State might be the worst team in there. This is not your Boise State team that beat Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl and, oh, boy, proposed to his wife after the game. Like, this ain't the same Boise State team.
No, they're good, but national title good? Those are two different conversations. We'll continue the conversation with Jay Busby of Yahoo Sports. He joins us next. We're going to give away more tickets before the end of the hour to the Shane Gillis Show. Shane Gillis will be live in Knoxville in the spring. Be listening for your chance to win tickets. We have a lot to get to in the next 30 minutes here on Josh and Swain.
You're always welcome to join us on Sports Talk on The Sports Animal. I'm John Wilkerson with Vince Ferrara. We join you Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m.
And now our show is on social media. Same handle on all the socials. Sports Talk on 991, Instagram, Facebook, and X.
Do you need a new deck or fence? Call Tennessee Home, your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Tennessee Home offers a no-pressure approach to your design and installation needs. 865-304-0955 or TennesseeHome.us.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with dazzling surprises from Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. This holiday season, elevate your celebrations with custom design jewelry that tells your unique story. And here's a little extra joy. With every purchase from us, you'll receive our complimentary maintenance program, providing you peace of mind knowing your items are backed by a team of professional on-site master jewelers. Visit Rick Terry Jewelry Designs today. We want to be your jeweler.
Be the younger you right now, extending the 25% off. And it gets even better. Not only can you take 25% off the price, well, you can lose 25 pounds in about 30 days, and you might want to start a little bit later. We get that. But when you call 498-3000, join Be the Younger You, Dr. Wall will give a $25 donation to Toys for Tots. 865-498-3000, 25% off. BeTheYoungerYouKnox.com.
Results may vary.
This holiday season, light up the room with a custom smile makeover from Southline Dental in Farragut. Dr. Drew Chabot has been creating beautiful smiles with handcrafted veneers for over 25 years, delivering high-quality dentistry you can trust. Call 865-671-1544.
This year, give the gift of everything the peaceful side of the Smokies has to offer with a gift card from Oldham Hospitality. That gift card can be used on everything from coffee and ice cream to a 5-star dinner and popular outdoor apparel. Use your gift card at Peaceful Side Social, the Dancing Bear Appalachian Bistro, Peaceful Side Creamery or Brewery, Apple Valley Cafe, the Dancing Bean, or Smoky Mountain Outdoor Center. One gift card, so many possibilities. Get yours at oldhamhospitality.com.
Join Tyler and Will this Friday afternoon at Oak Ridge Nissan at the corner of Illinois Avenue and the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Make that short 10-minute drive from anywhere to Oak Ridge and save thousands. This Friday afternoon, starting at 3 at Oak Ridge Nissan with Tyler and Will in 99.1, the Sports Animal.
You know the meaning of hard work. Day in and day out, whether it's on the farm or your land, you're out there putting in the hours. That's why you need a tractor that can keep up. At Rocky Top Equipment in Knoxville, our Yanmar tractors are built tough for Tennessee's toughest jobs. Right now, you can get up to a $4,500 rebate or 0% financing on select models. Rocky Top Equipment, where grit meets the ground. Shop our Yanmar tractors at RockyTopEquip.com.
691-1211. 691-1211. You got to remember that phone number, 865-691-1211, because that number gets you to Steve Vasgard Wealth and Retirement Strategies. What Steve does is teach you the wisdom of how money works for better stewardship, so you can have more, so you can give more, so you can leave more. One thing that I absolutely love that Steve does, for every client that he has, he'll bring you in, he'll look at where you are right now financially, look at your individual unique financial goals, and create multiple models so that you can find the most efficient way for you to grow your wealth. Let's remember, if your money's sitting in the company 401k right now, you are losing money every single day to 1, inflation, 2, opportunity cost. If you want to find out how to grow your wealth as efficiently as possible, you need to dial 865-691-1211. Steve will send you a no-obligation video, 3 minutes long, no risk, no obligation. 865-691-1211, 691-1211, or find out more online at wealthwithwisdom.com.
Shane Gillis, live on stage.
I'm a bit of a history buff, which, by the way, that is early onset Republican.
His biggest tour ever is coming to Knoxville.
If you're a white dude in your 20s and 30s and you're like, I can't stop reading about World War II, it's coming, bro.
See Shane Gillis with his unmistakable comedic style live at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center Friday, April 25th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit ShaneMGillis.com.
A really warm day with a midday surge of some high winds out of the southwest, gusting up to 35 miles per hour, some mix of sun and clouds, and then we'll work our way towards 67 before some afternoon rain starts to roll in. That rain starts a big blast of cold air throughout your Wednesday. From the WVLZ First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
'Tis the season to be thankful. Denso Manufacturing in Maryville extends a heartfelt thank you to our great team and their families. As we look forward to 2025, we're excited to continue to build on a strong future in mobility. Happy holidays from everyone at Denso in Maryville.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born and raised. If you're facing legal troubles, make the call to East Tennessee's local law firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 30 minutes to go on today's show, and we begin the segment going to the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. We get to say hello to Jay Busby of Yahoo Sports. Hey, Jay, appreciate the time as always. Good afternoon. How are you?
What's going on, gentlemen? How's everybody doing?
Hey, we're doing well. Tennessee's in the college football playoff. They have a road trip to Columbus, Ohio. The whole world of college football is something. So we had the politicking before the selection show on Sunday. I know you've written about Alabama. Maybe some complaining, maybe some good points that are still mixed in there. What have you made of the last few days and the conversation that has surrounded the playoff, which is now set?
Yeah, it's been tremendous. I mean, you never quite know how these things are going to come about until they get set out there on the actual bracket. I mean, I still think that Tennessee ought to have the nod on the home game over Ohio State, and I'm sure that plenty of people there feel the same way. Alabama doesn't really have a case. I mean, I wrote a column about it today. As you mentioned, they make some interesting points about strength of schedule and out-of-conference competition, but the simple fact is that Alabama lost to Oklahoma. Alabama lost to Vanderbilt. And, of course, Alabama lost to Tennessee, which is not that damaging of a loss considering where Tennessee ended up. But, Alabama just doesn't quite know what to do with itself not being invited to the party. It's going to be fun to see how these various routes play out because certain paths are much, much easier than others to get into the Final Four and to get into the championship game. But that's the kind of stuff that we won't know until the actual games start. But so far, it's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Do you have a sleeper team, a team that people are not talking about that you think could make a run in the college football playoff?
I mean, it could well be Tennessee. I am not at all convinced of how good this Ohio State team is. I have thought that they were, they have a lot of money behind them, but I've been thinking that they were overrated from the start, and late season performance only underscored that. If Tennessee can get by Ohio State, I mean, they've got tougher routes going ahead, but this is a team that Tennessee is a team that really impressed me across the board with a lot of their performances. They fell apart a little bit against Georgia there at the end of the game, but I think that Tennessee has the potential. They're the one that I think that you're not hearing people talk about them a whole lot, and that's probably a good position to be in at this point.
Jay Busby, Yahoo Sports, is with us. He's seen Tennessee in person a couple of times. They did lose that game in Athens against Georgia. Jay also saw them in Knoxville in that win against Alabama. It's funny, to Swain's question, Boise State and Arizona State, they're eligible for sleeper status, right? They're in the second round. They've already advanced with their first-round buys. I wouldn't consider them as sleepers to actually win the whole thing. Would you? Or is that a point to say that the process probably needs to change in the next couple of years of how the format is put together?
Yeah, you hate to say it, but we all have kind of memories of last year's Georgia TCU, a couple of years ago, Georgia TCU, and how that shook out. I think that we're going to find out, unfortunately. We had this happen a few years back when Cincinnati got in, and there's just different levels of football. People don't really want to admit it, but it's the truth. There's just different levels of football between the SEC, Big Ten, and everybody else. And it's going to come out. I think that absolutely these teams should be in the playoff, and they absolutely should get rewarded for the hard work on a season. But maybe let's think about reseeding things so that we have a more equitable distribution of talent across the entire bracket.
How do you think about Georgia with the status unknown with Carson Beck? And I don't think it looks good with what we're seeing or hearing about his elbow injury. But what do you think there as Georgia will have a few weeks to get ready, and Gunnar Stockton played in that second half against Texas plus overtime. What do you think about Georgia right now?
Yeah, he played well enough. I mean, it's a question. Georgia's entire offense, Georgia's entire game plan is really pretty Neanderthalic. Just show up and beat the other guy into submission, and they're tough as hell. And you do need somebody who can distribute the ball. I think that Stockton showed that he has the capability to do that against Texas. He found some open receivers in some crucial situations that I was not expecting it to happen. I was thinking that might well be it for Georgia. But he surprised me, and the team surprised me. This is not a finesse team. This is not a team that necessarily needs to have a quarterback with absolute pinpoint chess grandmaster level mastery of the game. So of all the teams in the playoff that could suffer this kind of loss, Georgia is probably the best one. All of which is to say that this is not at all something that you want to deal with at this point. This is not at all what you want to be in a situation. And Georgia could be in a lot of trouble real quick.
Jay, you've been studying the creatures from Tuscaloosa. You've been studying them, how they think, how they process information. Can you explain to me why they have been complaining about non-conference scheduling moving forward when they didn't make the playoffs, when they lost 3 SEC games? Can you explain that to me?
They are trying to rationalize their way into a decision that favors them. I mean, it's like trying to thread a needle while riding on a bumpy road. I mean, this is very, very tough to do, but they're grasping at whatever they can find to rationalize their way into the fact that they had a tougher strength of schedule and that they should be let in over SMU. You could maybe make an argument for it, but you have to bend so much in order to do that. The simple fact of the matter is Alabama, they're trying to do a little sleight of hand here. They're trying to make you pay attention. Look over here at all the non-conference schedules. Look at the strength of schedule. And they're trying to distract you from the fact that they just got their butts kicked in 2 separate games that they should not have gotten them kicked in. I mean, Tennessee, obviously talented team. There's no real shame for Alabama in losing that game on the road. The other 2, there's no way that Alabama should have lost either of those 2 teams if they were a playoff quality team. And so everything that they're doing, it's rationalization. They're trying to compensate and trying to figure a way through the fact that they're not invited to the party. And they're like, I didn't want to go to that party anyway. It's a bunch of chumps there. So, yeah, it's not much more difficult than that. They do bring up some good points about how strength of schedule gets factored in, because I think that I love seeing these big-time out-of-conference games, and I would hate to see those go. But, yeah, the fact of the matter is if you take care of business in your conference will take care of you.
Jay Busby, Yahoo Sports, fair points, I think. Before you go, we're here in the final few weeks of the NFL regular season. Is this potentially a Super Bowl preview this weekend with the Detroit Lions at home against the Buffalo Bills?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think that these are 2 teams that we really have seen step up all the way through. Buffalo came within kind of a botched quarterback sneak of beating the Rams last week in an amazing high-scoring game, and Detroit has just been walloping everybody or taking advantage of every situation possible. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. One of those games that you hope that it's a preview of something further down the line. These are absolutely two of the NFL's best teams. But, like we talked about before, I think that Buffalo has a lot to prove. Detroit does not. Detroit is not quite playing with house money, but once they get into the NFC Championship, I think that they're going to be playing with a kind of freedom that you haven't seen out of them and certainly won't see out of Buffalo because they've come up short so many times.
Jay Busby, YahooSports.com. Anything to plug out the door that you're working on or will have coming up here soon?
Yeah, we'll be all over the college football playoffs. It's been tremendous debates. It's been a lot of fun. I'm doing a story tomorrow on I still don't know how many will be, but the half dozen or 15 plays that changed the college football season. Plays if they'd gone another way might have shifted who the playoff contenders are. So that's been a lot of fun putting that one together. And so yeah, if you're looking to argue about college football playoffs and who isn't, come on over and join us at Yahoo.
What's the point of the sport if you're not arguing along the way?
Amen.
YahooSports.com is the website. Jay, appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Jay Busby joining us as all guests do on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. Let's sneak Scott in before this segment ends. Scott, thanks for hanging with us. Good afternoon. What's on your mind today?
Oh, thanks for taking my call, guys. I was wanting to see about the transfer portal, and I'd seen earlier today they was writing about maybe Boo Carter and Aaron Carter maybe interested in the transfer portal, and I was wanting to see y'all's thoughts about that during the playoffs.
I haven't heard anything about Boo Carter and Arion Carter. In the portal.
That would surprise me.
That would really surprise me. Both guys have played, started, compensated. Pretty sure they'll be, like everybody, looking for a little bit more. And I'm pretty sure that they have probably a really good case to get a little bit more next year. So I haven't heard anything about those guys in the portal.
Okay. The only other question, Jason, who would be taking the linebacker's position? What, Smith, the one that's transferring out?
Jalen Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, Jalen Smith. Who would be taking his reps for the playoffs?
Edward Spillman, the freshman.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Behind him,
Vanderbilt had the club on his hand.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate you. Yeah, so
you got four.
Yeah, you got Varion Carter, Jeremiah Thielander, Caleb Perry, and Spillman is a talented freshman. Has missed some time because of injury, but hard hitter, bright future.
Yeah, you got
future. I guess is here.
You got four linebackers for the game. That's what you got. So William Inge felt pretty confident enough to play Spillman in that Vanderbilt game as a true freshman. If he can play against Vandy, then he should be able to play moving forward. That's why you recruited him. That's why he came here.
Portal entries ahead of the playoffs, Swain. A new world we're living in. We'll move forward here on Josh and Swain. Before we do, we have 2 more tickets to Shane Gillis at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center on Friday, April 25th. Caller number 2 to 656 wins will win those tickets to see Shane Gillis live at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. It's going to be in April, Friday, April 25th. Caller number 2 to 656 wins right now will win those tickets to see Shane Gillis live here in Knoxville. We'll come back with the final segment of Josh and Swain.
Green Meadow Wine and Spirits is your holiday party and gift headquarters. Stop by every day for your free entry to their 12 Days of Christmas. Win the opportunity to purchase an allocated bottle. No purchase necessary. Then the 13th to the 24th at 4 p.m. each day, they raffle off allocated bottles. Green Meadow is the place to save money on all your Christmas specialty wines and liquors. Special gift packages available. And make sure you have the spirits for your New Year's celebration. Green Meadow Wine and Spirits. Follow them on social media. Hunters Crossing in Alcoa, just across from Weigel's. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 10. Sunday, noon till 6.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with dazzling surprises from Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. This holiday season, elevate your celebrations with custom design jewelry that tells your unique story. And here's a little extra joy. With every purchase from us, you'll receive our complimentary maintenance program, providing you peace of mind knowing your items are backed by a team of professional on-site master jewelers. Visit Rick Terry Jewelry Designs today. We want to be your jeweler.
Succulent smoked salmon, shrimp 3 different ways, crab legs, juicy prime rib cooked just right. Is your mouth watering yet? Stop imagining it and enjoy it in person at the Crown Plaza in downtown Knoxville. Every Friday night, Mahogany's at the Crown Plaza puts on the best surf and turf buffet in East Tennessee. Make your Friday night one to remember for a dining experience so good you'll want to make it a habit. Call 865-522-2600 now to make your reservations. That's 865-522-2600. Or online at crownknox.com. That's crown with an E, knox.com. You've tried the rest. Now enjoy the best at the Crown Plaza. This Friday at 9 a.m., go to 991thesportsanimal.com to catch a sweet deal to Mahogany's at the Crown Plaza. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable values. Don't miss this deal going live Friday morning at 9.
Enrichment Federal Credit Union's Ownership Rewards account is our way of thanking members for their loyalty. Members earn 5.12% annual percentage yield on qualifying deposits. Your credit and debit card cashback rewards are automatically deposited to your Ownership Rewards account. Since the launch of this account, we have paid back over $2.6 million to our members. To learn more, visit any Enrichment Federal Credit Union branch or go online to enrichmentfcu.org.
Hey Vol fans, I don't know if you're like me, but usually every football season, I typically give myself an injury just from cheering on the Big Orange. Whether it's tearing an Achilles while streaking through the neighborhood after beating Bama, or spraining an ankle from kicking the TV when watching us play Florida. We've all been there. For all these things, I call my friends at Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and they call those Vol pains. At their 3 facilities, there's no Vol pain they haven't seen, and not many they haven't experienced themselves. If you or your loved one has experienced a Vol pain like this or anything similar, call them today. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, I promise it'll be worth the drive no matter which direction you're coming from. Just know you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call them today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this upcoming game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle, healing your Vol pain, back together just in time for another this weekend.
This is VFL Eric Ainge for my friends at LC Fence. LC Fence serves all of East Tennessee, especially right here in Knox County. They have been dedicated to their employees, this community, and doing business the right way for over 40 years now. They can install chain link, wood privacy, wood picket, aluminum or steel, vinyl, farm fencing, and any style of gate or operator. LCFence.com is your best starting point. When it comes to the liability of your company, the safety of your pets or family, don't trust anybody but LC Fence. LCFence.com.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Congrats to Keith Young, our latest winner, winning tickets to see Shane Gillis live in Knoxville, April 25th at the Food City Center. Thank you, Keith, for listening. Thank you for calling. Keep listening this week. We'll give away tickets all week long.
We meet people that's like, man, I never win anything. Well, Keith won't say that because Keith just won.
That's right.
And you can't win if you don't participate. So congratulations, Keith. Have a good time.
I've had a good time today. Had the sleigh ride, talked a little Tennessee hoops.
Yeah, sleigh ride came in hot today.
Yep.
Tires screeching, driving over the speed limit.
Chaz Lanier, you haven't seen nothing yet.
I want to see more of what we saw against Baylor. If he's saying that's more, I can't wait to see it.
What'd you think of the co-defensive player of the year prediction?
I think that would be
Zakai
awesome.
Ziegler and Jemai Meshack.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. I think this is great to start putting that word out. Start putting that in people's ear, so that way people can look for both of those guys. And kind of see why Ron feels the way he feels. Like, that would be really, really cool if they're able to do it.
Yeah, that's something you definitely have to let people know. No, but Ron's totally correct when he says the stats don't show what you need in that player. I think Josiah Jordan-James was punished a couple years ago because his stats didn't show all he was doing defensively. Last year, I think, in the middle of the season, Rod Clark said Jemiah's the best wing or perimeter defender. I think he said wing defender in the country. And last year, Meshack wasn't getting enough minutes to probably back that up in terms of all the recognition. Now he is. And he should get the recognition.
Oh, yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah, 100%.
And Zakai is established.
Earlier, a couple weeks ago, I felt like that Meshack was a better defender than Zakai at that point of the season, which is crazy to say because Zakai is, he's SEC Defense Player of the Year. But that just tells you how much I think of Meshack and how great I think he was playing right now. Man, that's a tough task for any guard. Because think about it, like sometimes you switch up, and Zakai may be guarding the number 2 player, number 3 player, and Meshack may be guarding the point guard. Like, you can't run away from Zakai. You can't. And then when Jordan Gainey comes in, like he's no slouch defensively. He plays good defense as well. And now you have Parr on the back end erasing shots too. Well, you didn't have that as much last year. I remember when Eve Palms was here, and we weren't as good then as we are now, but he was erasing shots and won SEC Defense Player of the Year. So you have 2 guys on the perimeter that's guarding the way they're guarding, and you have Felix Apar erasing shots if you do get to the rim, and then we come off the bench with Kay Phillips, and he's got the memo to swat stuff out of there too. Defense is fun to watch, man, with this basketball team. It really is.
It'll be on display tonight at 6:30, Tennessee against Miami on ESPN, the Jimmy V Classic. Arkansas and Michigan playing after Tennessee. They're going to say hello to Jonas? They'll see him in a little more than 3 weeks. The SEC opener is Tennessee against Arkansas.
I don't know if there'll be any contact, verbal contact. I don't know. If there is, I don't know if it's going to be nice or not. I have no clue. I'm looking forward to that game, here in Knoxville when Arkansas comes. I know Jonas has been dealing with the injury. His minutes haven't been all that great.
I looked today. It looks like he's starting to get back.
Yeah.
He played 27 minutes in their most recent game, so it looks like he's starting to get back to normal.
Yeah, that's going to be fun, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be much watch TV for sure. But yeah, I don't know how the players feel that were here last year, how they feel about Jonas. I don't know.
He knows they'll compete
when
he's playing that game. But Jonas Aidoo in Arkansas against Michigan tonight. Just a few minutes to go before we close out today's show. We hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to the Native Nursery. It's open for contractors and landscapers. Swain, a cool story you found from just over in the mid-state in Nashville, shared by a woman named Christy Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. She put out a tweet. It says something amazing happened today. This was posted yesterday, and she says, while I was working per usual, she was being a waitress at her job there in Nashville, and 3 Tennessee Titans players came in to eat after the game. After asking Jarvis Brownlee Jr. to sign a ball for her sons, he then proceeds to ask for her Cash App and then sends her more than enough to pay for the rest of her rent and get winter clothes for her kids. She says that is what real men are made of, taking care of the single moms. My heart will forever be with the Tennessee Titans. God bless this man. He doesn't even know how bad I needed this help. Yes, I was crying in the pic. So she posted a picture to her exit count and let everyone know what happened with her experience with Tennessee Titans players that came in and eat at her restaurant. So really cool, man. Just a random act of kindness. And
he's a young player.
Yeah, this is the time of the year, man, where you want your kids to be able to have things that maybe that you can't provide, and you're trying your hardest, and it's tough for single moms. And for some players, they know what it's like to be a single mom because they were raised by one. So this is a really good story.
Yep, absolutely. So appreciate her sharing that story. And an attaboy today to Tennessee Titans defensive back Jarvis Brownlee Jr. And we hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to the Native Nursery. It's open for contractors and landscapers. It's your one-stop destination offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. That includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. They can take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. You can stop by and see Ben and Ted at 3473 Louisville Road, just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. You can call 865-310-3256 for the Native Nursery, helping us hand out attaboys and attagirls every day. The Native Nursery, open for contractors and landscapers. There are ways to help, by the way, if that's something you want to do. Somebody at this time of year, the Giving Tree is a great way to help. Mission of Hope. So different organizations that I would encourage you to check out if that's something you'd like to do, help somebody this time of year with Christmas. Man, we're coming up on 2 weeks. 15 days. It's December 10th already, Swain.
Oh, boy. Well, we get an early Christmas present tonight at 6:30. Tennessee basketball.
And Hurricanes.
Yeah, with the Big Apple.
If you think about it, we have 2 weekends to go. Weekends don't count here in the Josh and Swain math, so that's 4 days off. Okay. Christmas Eve is like it's Christmas already, so that knocks us down to about 9 days until Christmas. Get your shopping in.
No, we're not going to do that. We're
sticking at 15. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it at 15.
Fair enough.
We're not gonna rush it.
Hey, one other thing I meant to do yesterday. Again, we established earlier in the show, not very bright over here, but Friday night we were out at the WIVK Christmas Parade. Big thanks to the sponsors to help present that: Toyota Knoxville, Lexus of Knoxville, Ted Russell Ford in Lincoln, North Knox Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Secret City Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody that was out. Everybody that was waving, showing love during the parade. That was really cool. It was really cold, in fact. It was a cold night. So appreciate everybody that came out and had a good time downtown. That was a blast.
Yeah. Very, very cold, and, man, that means a lot for people to be out there greeting everyone that was in the parade. And I know a lot of people, it's a tradition.
Yeah.
And so it was good to see everybody.
Absolutely. And we will see you again tomorrow at noon. Thanks for hanging out with us today on Josh and Swain.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about how we can help you stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust.